if there's something wrong. So, guys, welcome so much. Thanks for coming. I apologize we're so late. Out of our hands. Twitch chat was down for those of you guys that didn't know. So we were supposed to meet at about 9:30. We didn't. Obviously, me and Puppy were hustling trying to throw together that wonderful chat that I probably could have coded quicker than I could have done the email confirmation. But then we didn't need it as soon as we got it up and running. So whatever. It's been hectic. It's been crazy last almost 2 hours for me. We wanted to be nice and on time and put on a good show. We're just throwing it together now. So let me just pull some of this stuff up. All right. Yeah, so I guess I don't need to, but I should introduce the two co-hosts with me tonight. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to be pretty much the only everyday face. Even then, I'd like to get the show to a point where I would be able to leave and somebody else could host. But to the top, I guess we'll go there, would be the Puppy, who you guys know I did Nerd Talk with. So I wanted to have that link to kind of carry over, because I definitely want to do a reunion show. We've talked about that on Twitter and stuff, which I think would be a lot of fun. Where are they now, so to speak, since I think it's mostly Scott's gone off the radar. But yeah, Puppy, thanks for coming out, man. I appreciate it. Uh-oh. Is Puppy frozen, or is he not just not hearing me? Clappy, you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Oh, Puppy, you froze up there, man. Alright, well, we'll move to Clappy for now. Let him get settled out.
It's me. You guys sound like robots.
Yeah, you're chopping up for us.
It's definitely my end.
You're coming back. We'll talk to Clappy for a minute and let you settle out. So, yes, Clappy, most of you guys know Clappy, too, is obviously. Clappy, thanks for coming. I know it's really late. I apologize. I'll buy you an egg. I'll buy you breakfast when we finish. But thanks for coming out. Yeah, in case you're curious, the reason... Did Puppy just fall over? I asked you mostly. I mean... I was trying to figure out who to bring on. I wanted to bring Puppy on as a link from the old show. I brought on you because we're going to talk about Battlefield 4. And basically, my only question, my main question to you is: did you let the trailer end before you pre-ordered, or did you just
practically no?
Did you
first 2 minutes and that was it? My mind was made up.
Right, and you pre-ordered premium at the end, right?
Yep, done.
Yeah, so that's your shtick today. I was going to warn you, but
yeah, no, that's cool.
Puppy, are you okay now? You still seem to be chopping a little. Of course, you've been fine in the stream. Just give you a minute.
Okay.
What would not be one more technical difficulty? I hope it's not on my end. Everybody, Clappy seems to be moving fine for me. So. I'm just checking the chat, guys. Trying to get a little caught up. Yeah, I just saw your message, Puppy, in chat. All right, Puppy's going to figure himself out. We're going to kind of move along. Again, guys, I apologize. Really late. You guys probably didn't even notice. My background is backwards. Nah, it's just tilted a little bit because I have things set up differently. All right, so let's move this thing along. I got to look at the topics because, like I said, I totally forgot. So basically, that's what we want to do. But until Puppy gets set up, we really can't. But we'll lead off with Puppy. Hopefully, he'll get on there. All right. So what I want to talk about first, Clappy. I'm trying to catch my balance here. Basically, what have you been playing? Actually, you probably got a more interesting topic than that. I'll talk about mine. Secondly, oh, we lost Puppy. He'll be back. Pardon the stream. Is the stream gonna be? Yeah, the stream's gonna be off a little bit for a couple minutes until Puppy comes back, guys. That's just how it's formatted. I'll work on that for the next episode. Oh, somebody's watching on the mobile app. So, Puppy, I'm going to start off Friendly Fire every week, or, well, whenever we do it. I don't know if we're going to be every week, but I'm just checking the chat. What are you playing? What have you been playing this past week since the last episode, which we haven't had one, so what have you been playing lately?
Defiance is my main game so far this week.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. I kind of haven't... I saw a Level Caps video, I guess. It hasn't caught my attention just yet. I'm going to try to lean out from the chat.
To be honest with you, I didn't have much interest in it. I'm just in between games at the moment, so I'm trying everything out. I'm in that kind of phase.
Let's see.
I'm enjoying it.
No, it's not going to work. Yeah. And what else? That's it? You've been pretty much just playing Defiance?
Yeah, pretty much. Played a bit of Counter-Strike as well. Trying to get my my sort of aiming skills down for when Battlefield 4 comes out.
You say Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Ertzi got to you, I guess?
Jax, actually. Jax has been forcing me for about a month now. And I cracked.
Yeah, you knew PC guys. Yeah, you might as well try it. It's just not a game for me. I can't It's too twitchy for me.
It's fun, but
Yeah. I played it back in the
learning
day.
curve.
Yeah, I can't do it now though, not at all.
No.
Yeah, so I guess as Puppy's trying to reboot, probably I'm guessing. Wow, Ertzy's staying up late too. I just see him in the chat. Me, I've been playing Battlefield 3, obviously, a lot more than I have been. I don't know if some of you guys noticed. I've seen some guys in like Scape chat being like, "Oh, K's on at 2 p.m. in the afternoon." It's clearly probably not him. It's his friend. But no, it's been me. Nova, I see you. No, I'm not a Rangers fan. I'm an Islander fan. I don't know. There might be Ranger paraphernalia in here because my wife is a Ranger fan. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 3, trying to work on my game. Oh, God, I'm so disappointed. It's driving me crazy, but it gives me a new challenge. I'm hoping Puppy can just get back in here when he wants to. Other than that, you guys, some of you guys saw I've been playing Timber and Stone, but that's really it. I'm trying to think of what else. I've been thinking of dabbling in Kerbal Space Program. My buddy Skid's been trying to get me to do it, but I don't have the time for it. But mostly Battlefield 3, surprisingly, more than I have in a while. I'm trying to get those hours up. I feel a little embarrassed next to guys. I mean, you just joined PC, what, 2 months, 3 months ago, and you've probably got more hours already than I do.
3 months, and I'm on 110 hours.
Mm-hmm. I'm like 190 or something. So yeah, you guys are catching me quick.
Getting there, yeah.
Yeah, what do we got? I'm just trying to. Uh-oh. I'm seeing stuff about Twitch on. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, Harry. We'll see. I'm gonna check out the demo. We'll see. I think it's over my head, honestly. I'm talking to Harry about Kerbal Space Program.
Oh, that looks complicated. I looked into that.
And I'm not a space nerd, so I don't know how much you need to know beforehand or not. So my buddy Skid's all about it, but he's a space nerd, so he hit the ground running with that. I'd be lost, but I think it could be a lot of lulls, like just building shit and throwing it up in the sky. It could be a lot of fun, but we'll see.
Definitely looks complicated.
Yeah. I would need like some kind of beginners like cheats. So
yeah.
All right, let me just check. No message. All right. Of course, we sit here for an hour in this thing, figuring everything out, and then he drops now. All right, a lot of guys. I'm surprised. I wasn't sure. Like I'm reading a chat about Kerbal Space Program, and a lot of guys told me to do it. And if I had done it, I would have put it on my Let's Play channel. Definitely wouldn't put it on my main channel. But it seems like a lot of the main faces are like, do it. So it's pretty interesting. Puppy had stage fright. No, of anybody I know, Puppy did not have stage fright. So yeah, sorry about the cameras, guys. If he doesn't come back soon, I'll readjust everything. But basically, what happens is, when another cam joins, it kind of moves the cameras all around, and I have screen regions set up. So, all right. Well, I think we're getting him back. Let's see if he messes the cameras up or what. There he comes. Do we have picture? Oh. No, I don't have the beard. First thing, I talked to Clappy midweek, right, Clappy? I can't even see your camera so bad. When I first talked to him about doing the show, we both talked about how and when we have to shave so we look presentable. A couple of freaking divas.
Yeah, I need at least 4 days growth to compete with you two.
No, I agree. I shaved too close, but you gotta do it. Yeah, Pup, I want the whole reason I invited you, Puppy, was for the mustache. You can't come on without a webcam. It just doesn't work. Yeah, guys, Google Plus is I don't know how people like it. It's the biggest piece of garbage. It doesn't recognize webcams. The plugins hang up. You can't even get. It's a nightmare. But it works when you can get in. It works really well. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. So I'm kind of in limbo here. I want to move on, but it seems like Puppy's close to getting here. But he can join in when we get there. So, all right, I'm just trying to think. Oh, yeah, kind of. We needed Puppy for that. All right, so yeah, Clappy, I had Defiance on a topic to look at. What do you think of it so far? I mean, I was gonna ask Puppy, but I figured he might not have that much of an opinion on it. I didn't know if he was. Is it on console? No, right? It's just beta right now on PC.
What's that? Sorry, Defiance.
Yeah.
It's on console as well.
It is. Okay.
Full game came out. I think it was last week. It came out.
Oh, so it's so what's? I thought it was a beta.
No, the beta was out literally a week before the game released, or 2 weeks before the game released. It was like a beta demo.
Because I just heard there was an NDA, so I just assumed it was a beta.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. It's not something that I've played a lot of. This kind of like MMO sort of style game, so it's kind of a new learning curve for me. A different, different game than I've played before. I don't really get many games out on console, so switching over to PC has opened up my eyes to sort of vaster range of games.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those that I'm gonna wait and see. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get it anyway, but I certainly wouldn't get it early on. I probably should have checked out the demo, maybe. But
It's fun.
this is the one with the TV show, right? That's gonna be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's. I mean, at least it's interesting in that respect. I should have just checked it out, but.
yeah.
We'll see.
I think the TV show is going to make it a lot more interesting.
It
I
could.
think that's sort of a good gimmick to go with it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's intriguing. It definitely, because you haven't really seen anybody do that before. So, Glorious PC Master Race. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that much about it. Honestly. Like I said, I saw Level Cap's video. I watched about 10 minutes of it, if that, and I was just like, don't have time, and moved on. But then I heard a couple of you guys doing it, so I was just curious, and that's why I added it to the list to talk about. So I figured
It's fun. It's a really enjoyable game. You need the hours to be able to put into it. And
MMO style, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So how's the PvP? That's the big thing.
I've not tried that yet.
What?
So, I mean, I don't know at the moment because I was worried. I was thinking my character's really low ranked. What if it doesn't have some sort of skill-based ranking system?
Mhm.
Then I'm going to get thrown in the deep end and go straight off it.
Yeah, it's alright. You gotta pay. You gotta pay your dues.
That's it. Got to get your ass kicked a few times, don't you?
I'm still doing it in just about every game I play. Frankly, I'm just
Yeah,
monitoring.
same as me.
All right, puppy. There he is. He's trying. It's all right, pup. Let's see. I'm trying to pick topics that we don't need puppy for, so I should probably stick to. All right, let's. Oh, he might be back. Let's see. Dice roll. Survey says there he is. We've got video. I don't even need audio, pup. I just need the mustache.
Are we good?
Yes, I
Hey.
can hear you. You all right?
Okay.
Total
We're
reboot of the
smooth.
modem and everything, didn't you?
Yeah, dude. We went live and everything just went to hell over here.
And
It
you're
was
not even
terrible.
streaming.
No, I know.
Get your kids off the damn iPad, all right?
I know. It's,
It's just, you know what? It's that night. It's every
Yeah.
step we've gone. There's been something. So whatever. Let's
Yeah,
get it out of the way now. Really, I might have to do a do-over next week. Probably before we move on, we were talking about Defiance. I don't know if you've been playing
Okay.
it at all. You know anything about it? I don't. I knew.
Oh, yes.
I've heard a lot of people talking about it. So go for it. What are your impressions?
I am loving it, but I will
You are
say this:
playing
it's not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody. It's a different kind of breed. It's kind of a game where I wouldn't say you're going to play it to relax, but you're not exactly going to play it for like hardcore. I want something intense. You know, it's just kind of something that's kind of in between, kind of casual, kind of not. I guess like it's not casual because it's an RPG, man, and all RPGs are very in depth. I mean, you doing the what is it, the stone and timber and stone, backwards.
Sticks
Sorry.
and stones. I know.
Yeah, stones. But you're doing that, man, and it's like it gets as in detail as that with some of the stuff. So I mean, there's lots of like little
that was
extra mechanics, and my biggest complaint is they don't go very far to explain all these extra mechanics in the game. And then also, I guess it's because it's the Sci-Fi Channel. I don't know if it's a Sci-Fi Channel or what, but like they made up their own language,
Oh,
which
great.
I don't know who thought that was a good idea. I really don't. Like I didn't when Star Trek did it. I was kind of like, ugh. When Star Wars did it, I was like, ugh.
That always
And,
happens in MMO type games, though.
Yeah, they made up. Yeah, so they got like this off language, like where they instead of like some curse words, they'll use like some sort of alien slang. But in other instances, like they just say the word. Like they will totally drop f-bombs and everything else on there. So
I'm
they have no
intrigued now.
problem cursing.
Yeah, right.
But they throw in this other chat too, and it's really wonky. But nonetheless, though, like
You think it's gonna stick around? You think it's gonna, or you think it's gonna burn out 3 months and done?
I think it will stick around for
The show, at least, right?
the stick around for the show of it at least. Yeah, I definitely see it lasting probably until the fall, just because in the fall that's when all the bigger games are going to
Yeah.
drop. I do
True.
see it having a little bit more staying power, at least on consoles, because this is minus what was
Puppy
it,
was
Final
saying.
Fantasy 13, and I think .hack/ or something. Like beyond those two, this is like the first like big MMO that has hit a console. You know, we don't get that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
so
that's
and
what
I
Puppy was
know-
saying. Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, so in that regards, I can see it having some staying power in the consoles.
Microtransactions, all that stuff, is it going that model, or?
They do have microtransactions, but it looks like they're going to be doing the majority of their stuff. I don't know if you've ever played Guild Wars or are familiar with it, but it
I'm a
looks
little
like they're going to
familiar
be
with it.
they're going to be doing their pay model similar to that, in which they're going to come out with like from the looks of things. I haven't seen anybody say anything, but from the looks of things, it's going to be
Hats.
like giant expansion, and you have to pay $60 for this giant expansion.
Wow, really?
Well, I don't know
Wow.
the price model
Right.
or nothing. Don't quote me, but like that's how I
It
think
will
they're
be
going to
on
make their
console
money.
for sure. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I'm just checking
So-
on chat. All right, yeah. Oh, I'm glad. I wasn't sure if you were playing it, so I wrote it down. I was trying to pick out topics that didn't pertain to you, which I actually one jumped out at me now. So I'm gonna go into Timber and Stone though. I know you got. Clappy, I don't know if you're talking. I put it on there because it's a personal favorite of mine. I like talking about it. It's gonna be
I'm watching your
released.
videos.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know if you were watching them, Clappy, because you never comment
Yeah.
or anything. I mean, it's weird. It's weird. Must be YouTube, right?
Yep.
But yeah, it's getting released next week. So I mean, I was just figured it's a little game. I think it needs some attention, so that's why I'm going to talk about it. We'll talk about it real quick because we do have to cut some things out, obviously. But Puppy, you think you're going to get it? I mean, $15, it's not that bad.
$15, man, totally worth it.
You
I
gotta
think.
you gotta
Watching-
avenge yourself. You gotta live a little longer.
watching everything else. The only thing that I worry about though is like you're talking, you got a decent machine there, and you'll run into like some lag issues. And dude, we've already experienced my laptop's issues.
Yeah, it's a concern. You can turn it down, and what happens is yeah, it needs to be optimized. Basically, when you get a lot of mobs, you can pick different size maps too. But so there's ways you could probably get it to work. It'll be like Minecraft. You know, you can turn it way down,
You can turn it way down.
and there's a draw distance and things. But
Yeah, but how much fun is it going to be to play if you turn it all the way down?
Well, you can't really turn the graphics down. It's just really a draw distance. Like if you watch one of my videos when I zoom way out, it almost gets cloudy, and that's basically what it does. So when you get down to the ground, you won't really notice it at all. You'd have to be more proactive at like eliminating the mobs, probably. Just kind of, making sure there's not that many. Like I had just hundreds of skeletons and spiders, and that was since I've killed most of those, my FPS has gone way up.
Nice.
But it's just a cool little game, so I just figured I'd talk about it for a couple of minutes. Oh, I'm looking at. Wow, Clappy, that was nice. That would make for good podcast christening. I told my wife not to come in because
I'm trying to hold my head in front of the doorway. So if I move, just behind me is the door.
She
So
goes,
if I
I
block
told her
it,
when I move into the other room, because this is just temporary, so I'm going to put one of those live lights on there. She's like,
yeah,
sure.
that'd be awesome.
I was like, I'm not worried about it. It's not for me. It's for you. So we'll see. But Clappy, any interest in the game before I move on? I wanted to talk about the game for a second.
No, that's cool. I've been watching it, and it's something that really intrigues me. Just with the amount of games I got at the moment.
I hear that. I'm there too. I had no business buying it, but it harkened back to games I used to play, so that's why I did it. I mean, I'm dying to hit SimCity still. Puppy, I know you. Oh, not both of you guys. But no.
Yeah, I've been playing SimCity.
I know both of you guys went crazy. I didn't. I don't have that down. We might as well talk about it. Is it? I mean, are you guys still playing it, or did you kind of burn out?
I've burnt out on it pretty quick.
I'm not going to say that I burnt out entirely, just because I do play it with my wife. So it's a game I play with my wife. But whereas before, like when it first came out, I had the desire to actually play it by myself. That's pretty much gone.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, how is it though? Is it stable now? Is no issues?
It's been stable for me. I haven't had any issues.
That's kind of what I'm
an
waiting.
issue with it.
That's kind of all I'm waiting for. Just kind of let all that stuff. I mean, if I don't have it by now, I might as well keep waiting a little bit. But we'll see. Definitely gonna get it. It's just, I just saw something.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, I've loved all the other ones, so I know I'll like it. It's just some of the things I wasn't crazy about. The smaller maps, the regions, that kind of thing. I was a little turned off by that, but it doesn't seem like many people are having
really
a problem
small.
with it. So yeah, I was and I'm a terraforming guy. I like to do that. So, but I mean, I know I'll still like it. I'm not worried about that. And like you said, it was just too many games at once, and then the whole online DRM. I didn't see what happened coming, but I knew there was going to be issues. Puppy, why are you smirking?
No, the DRM. The DRM.
Yeah,
totally.
Right, you knew something was gonna happen. Like you knew launch day was gonna be bad, but you didn't expect it to be like 2 weeks. So I just was like, I'll wait. And I thought about it with the free game, but I saw that coming too, where it was gonna be garbage. So
Yeah, I got the free game and I've not even downloaded it.
right, you knew. I didn't even see what they were. I just saw a couple. I was like, yep, that's about right.
Yeah.
There was a few. There were some notable games in there, but the ones that they
Probably
made
already had
available, I was like, I already have those. So the one I ended up the one I ended up getting was Plants vs Zombies, which, if I'm not mistaken, was free at one point.
Probably Steam sale. I could get it for like $1. Yeah. All right, so I'll just move off of that. Puppy, I want to backtrack a minute to open the show. Like, I'm stealing this from KB Mod. I was gonna do a whole monologue about what I want this to be and the template and format, where I'm stealing ideas. Nothing revolutionary, but I kind of want to do it differently from Nerd Talk. But one of the things I want to start out with is, what have you been playing? So obviously, what you would talk about is what you've been playing since the previous episode. Don't have a previous episode, so what have you been playing like the last week or two? What has been taking your time? Obviously, SimCity has not.
I did play on Saturday. I played with my wife on SimCity. I played SimCity. Just throw that out there. And then I picked up Defiance on Tuesday, and I've been playing that pretty much. If I ever when I do sit down to play, that's pretty much all I put in. I
Really?
did play a little bit of Battlefield 3 on Monday, but that's been it.
Defibrillator 3.
Defibrillator 3. Actually, lately here it's been Hold the House 3, man.
Yeah,
That's
we haven't done that. Did you see my tweet on the forum or the post on the forums that Iron Shield, Armored Shield is the map to do
I
that?
saw that.
I was playing TDM. I was just running around with my gun. Like, oh my god, there! I could. Oh, there! We could do that house
Right
because everything
there.
blows up. Everything's multiple stories, but everything's like walled in. I was like, this would be awesome.
I'm gonna have to go check that map out. I have not looked.
Yeah, it's just buildings everywhere. I mean, it'd be pretty intense, but probably get thrown out quick because they would just destroy the building. But yeah,
That's
we got to
okay.
do that for a stream. Again, and we obviously got to do the competition part, but
Hell yeah.
I want to do a little more practice. I was not impressed with our performance. That's for
I
sure. It could just be
I
an open competition. Whoever holds the longest time, just post it, and
just go back and forth.
yeah.
I can do that.
Mean,
I
if
can do that.
Xbox holds the longest time for 3 months, they hold it for three.
It's actually a lot harder than Notable Aardvark made it look.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Aardvark
that's pretty
is-
much anything. Here he is. Is he at least here so he can hear us?
Yeah, he's
just
here.
slob
He's
him
here.
off a little bit. Yeah, we honestly though, I mean, we're gonna get into BF3 in a minute, but this is good. It's kind of a tangent. We need to do more of this where we invent game modes. There's so many possibilities you can do.
Agreed, yeah.
I mean, the thing I like about this is just watching other people's reactions. I think that's the whole fun of the thing. It's like, what was the guy's name? I can't remember his name. Oh, you guys,
Joker.
Joker. He was
He was-
mad. You mad, bro?
He was getting pissed. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, he was dropping F bomb, not the FUCK bombs, the FAG bombs, and I mean, it was crazy. I was like, over that? I was like, I don't know. I feel like I would rage at first, but after people just kept doing it, I'd be like, oh, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, I mean, like, to me, that is like a dream come true because if you
Right
could,
at this point in the
somebody-
game,
that is a montage clip waiting to happen.
the ultimate back rage, or you bring the building down, or whatever. Yeah. That to me, that was the beauty of it. Like, especially when you guys did it, but we did. I don't feel like we got that on PC. I feel like the guys were pretty savvy to us pretty quickly. So I'm gonna have to play like during the day, because it's crazy how different the competition level is. During
Yeah.
daytime, my time versus. I played with Skulls last night, TDM and Admiral. I joined on Skulls. It was like probably 9, 10 o'clock my time, so it was prime time. He's West Coast, and it was, I swear, I had tryhard pants, boots, shirt. I was the whole 9 yards, and I'm always tryhard, but this was like, I was like white knuckling it was crazy. It's just a TDM match on Carg Island, but I hate to lose, so we ended up pulling it out. You guys will probably see the footage, but it was like so different. You had to play Carg all day from like noon to 3 and just be like 360 flip backwards. Kids
Yeah,
just standing there like
Kids just bad. Kids just
yeah,
bad.
it's a situation awareness is so bad. Yeah. Plus, I probably have a 15 ping to their
I'm not
200.
gonna lie though. I have noticed since certain YouTubers have been producing videos about certain video games, that there seems to be an influx of new players to Battlefield 3, and they all seem to be really bad.
That's great. I'm on board with that. Unfortunately,
Just
my
a
stats
KD.
don't really reflect that. That's the unfortunate part. I wish they did, but they don't. They might in the long term. All right, so Puppy, I don't think you're gonna. We'll skip that one. I was gonna talk about Payday 2. It's a game close to my heart, but I'll wait until at least you guys that have played Payday can talk about it.
Dude, you can talk about it if you want, man. Because I have never played it, but I've watched a good bit of it, and like
Such a fun game.
I can't claim to understand it because I haven't actually gotten to play it. But just watching it, like, it looks amazing. And is it not, if I'm not mistaken, is it not just made by a couple guys? Like, it's a mod?
Oh, I don't even know. No, I don't think so. Is it?
Is it not?
It's not any longer. I know that.
Okay.
It's getting pretty big production for Payday 2. It certainly could be. I don't know that. I'll have to look that up because it's pretty clunky. It's the game itself is like it kind of. Well, again, I was gonna go Arma 2. Kind of where it's just clunky. But some of that clunky is part of the game. It's part of the romance, part of the charm.
Right.
But it's so frustrating. Like, I have such a hard time. It feels to me like it has mouse acceleration on all the time, so I feel like I'm just drunk playing all the time. But it's fun. Like, it's just like a great co-op game. Like, kind of like a Borderlands. It's like you would barely play it by yourself, but if you got buddies, you'll play it.
Right.
It's fun, and it's a great genre. Like, I don't understand why there's not more games like that. Like Robin Banks, who doesn't want to do that? And it's fun. It's a good group game. I definitely wanted. I did a stream like 2 weeks ago. We were terrible because, like I say, it's one of those games you have to play to get. It's so clunky. So I'm hoping that Payday 2 won't be so bad. But again, I just was reading some articles and videos, so I threw it on there. But Clappy, now that you're on PC, you should probably pick up Payday 2. It's pretty cheap. I think you can get it like
Just
100.
I haven't seen it before. I just googled it when you were talking about it then, and it does look interesting.
Yeah, throw it
I
on your Steam wishlist because it gets cheap.
Yeah.
I think I got it for like $5. It gets really cheap during a
that's
sale. It's one of
awesome.
those you just grab, put away. Because it's one that we'll definitely play. Because I think a couple guys even just picked it up. But I know like Nova, Ertzi, and a bunch of there's at least 7 or 8 of us that have it, and it's you got to have a crew to do it, and it's fun. And you
Yeah.
some
It looks
drinks
like a
and-
good. Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a good game just to get some drinks in you and throw
yeah,
down.
that's all it is. I mean, it's laughs. It's for yeah, because I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw. You just got to do this hospital thing. It's crazy. Like I was lost. I only do it with people that have played. Like Duets has played the game a lot. My buddy Skate, they played it a lot, like solo, so they know the missions. I just walk around and shoot things, but it's still fun. I mean, it's kind of intense. But it's clunky, but it's fun. It's you
I'll check it
definitely
out
don't
on
take it
Steam.
serious. Yeah, add it to your wish list so you get a message if it goes on sale, and grab it for like $5 maybe. You'll get your time out of it. You'll get one night out of it. That's worth $5 to me anyway.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's definitely agreed.
Just yeah. Yeah, hospital security is great. Yeah, see all these guys who play it. It's crazy. Like you can't let anybody hit an alarm. If you hit an alarm, you got to like plasma cut doors and cut. It's crazy. I don't have it. I don't even know. And I've played not a lot of hours, but all right.
I don't
so
know what hospital that is, but I hope it's similar to the one that my wife will be giving birth in.
Oh,
Just
it's
saying.
very secure. There's like a SWAT team in the building at all times.
just hiding in the vents.
There's guys in full like suits. Yeah, exactly. They're obviously servicing the AC when I walk through. So. Oh yeah, let's talk about. I mean, obviously, chat might not want to, but COD championships. Anybody paying attention to this at all?
Yes.
I want to.
Vaguely.
I want to. I haven't had time to look. If I had a free night tonight, I would have watched it. Let me put it. Or I guess it was this afternoon, wasn't it?
It started actually this afternoon. It's going to carry over to the weekend, man.
Mm-hmm.
So
I figured.
it'll be going on for a little bit, but
I'm definitely going to tune in at some point.
Is it on all 3 platforms?
No, it's only on
just
Xbox.
I asked that on Twitter.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's only on Xbox, which is the way that the Call of Duty tournaments have always been.
Yeah, it's sponsorship
Really?
mostly.
Yeah.
wow.
I followed it. You guys both know me. I do not have a single hour of Black Ops 2 logged for multiplayer, not a single one.
Really?
But I will still sit down and watch the competitions just
Right.
because, like, a lot of those
It's still
guys, like,
COD.
I've been following them since COD 4. You know, like
Yep.
I've you know, I
Top
know a
pick,
lot
all
of
those
those
guys.
pro players, so I just like enjoying watching them play still and see that they're holding it together. And maybe the next Call of Duty will be better.
See, I don't have hate for Black Ops 2. I don't, it's a very thin, shallow game to me. There's nothing for me to play for a lot, but I don't mind getting on it and playing.
It's not a bad game. It's
No,
just not really evolved from
Right.
any of the other Call of Duties.
it's a casual game for me. So,
Yeah.
I think it's bad.
but yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely got its issues. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not hating on it though. I don't have a problem with it. But I would, like you said, I
It'd
would
be a lot
watch
better on
it
console.
because, especially at that level, there's definite tactics and strategy and communication and like. In any sport, once you get the best players playing each other, it could be. I mean, I watch curling in the Olympics. I can watch Call of Duty. That interests me. Is see these guys, and you know what? You can't not watch it and be envious as a Battlefield guy. Like, how sweet would it be if we had spectator mode and all that, and they did something like this?
If you go check out the stream, man, if you just give it 5 minutes of your time, I want you when they are streaming and they actually are showing like gameplay and they're showing a match.
Right?
I want you to take note of everything that's on screen because everything that's on screen is built into the game.
I love it. That's
It's
what I mean.
built into the game, and I like. Why can't we have something
I
like
agree.
that?
I agree, and I'm hoping we will. But
We
I
might.
mean, I know we might, but we were supposed to in Battlefield 3. That's the problem.
Might.
So we can't believe anything they say until we see it on screen in a game. But oh man, think of how awesome 5-on-5s on Bazaar or I mean, it would be ridiculous. Oh, it'd be so much fun. I'd be all over that. I mean, I'd never
complete
touch
the
it as a
game.
player. Oh, but it would be. I mean. It would be insane. I wish, man. And I feel like they really dropped the ball on that. Because I think it's clear that Battlefield 3 was a better game.
hell
Between
yeah.
Medal of Honor 3, clearly, I think it's better than Black Ops 2. I think it's better, so it was poised to really eat some market share, but it dropped the ball in a couple areas, and I think that's one of them. It really could have gotten some limelight and been, it would have been so awesome.
Maybe they'll get their stuff straight.
We'll see. Maybe that's why they're hiring on all these COD guys, right? I mean, maybe consulting, maybe.
Oh,
so.
well, if they're consulting the wrong guys.
Clearly, it's in PR and marketing
Just
and
saying.
content production, right?
Yeah,
So
like if I
I,
saw that it
I'm
was like,
trying to keep this topic off the show, to be honest with you, because you know how riled up I get. But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
unavoidable, I guess.
I'm just saying, man, if I saw that it was like Hastro or Fwiz or one of those guys that was getting an invite out there, I would have had no
Oh
problem.
yeah, no. Yeah, I don't have a problem. Like, I could probably sit here if I went on my my YouTube page because I'm subscribed to COD guys just to see what everybody's doing. You know, as far as YouTubing goes, I could probably pick you out 5 or 6 guys that I would have no problem with going there.
Yeah.
But you know, we could get rid of the clowns and the trolls. That would be
Oh,
cool.
yeah,
And then we
sure.
don't have to post them to the community website. That would really
Yeah.
probably work out good.
Battlefield's already got enough problem with trolls. Last thing we need is more.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that went out the window when they made the troll dog tag. I mean, kind of. It was kind
Yeah.
of hard to get upset with people trolling when the frickin' developers are
They're
condoning
promoting it.
Yeah, I know.
Every assignment is a troll. Come on.
It pretty much is.
Oh,
I
there's
mean,
that, yeah.
God forbid you had one about playing with your team. You know, it's just,
None of that. None of that.
But you know what? I got to be fair though. I mean, trolling's big business. It really is. I don't get it, but
No, I don't.
there's
It's what
complete.
gets the views on YouTube, don't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's big
Popular
business.
video.
I don't get it. I mean, it's just got to be a younger generation, I guess. It's the jackass generation, I guess. Which actually, that's probably my generation. But
I'd like to say I don't get it, but at the same time, I feel like if I'm running around defibbing people,
but see, that's the thing for me. If I watch a legit guy do those things, that's fine. But like, because I know you didn't spend 45 hours trying to get that clip. Do you know what I mean? Or you didn't have your buddies
All the
sit
time.
in the tank so that I could hit you with the jet. You know, that kind of thing.
right.
Yeah, it's hard to believe some of these guys, but if it happens in a match spontaneously, yeah, I'm down with that. I'll retweet the hell out of it. But I just feel it's so contrived usually, and it's not really that creative. So, what's the guy on Reddit, Burger Pal or something? His stuff was good in the beginning, but and then it was like
I remember his stuff.
you could just tell he had a legion of people helping him do these things. So,
Yeah, it becomes set up in the end.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I have no problem with defibs, especially because I can't freaking do it myself. It drives me crazy. I don't think I have one. I don't think I have one defib kill at all.
Once you get the hang of it,
It's a shoulder or something, right? Isn't that what you told me?
you aim for the shoulders and the chest. Actually, like I don't know, one of those patches they made it a lot easier.
Now wait, you just hold the button down too, right?
Yeah, you just hold it down.
I try that.
On other people's screens, like your character will still
Right.
be doing the animation, but on your screen you just hold them out. You don't move them around or anything. But one of the things you got to keep in mind is when you're holding them, it still acts as a shot. Like you got to pretend like you're still doing the animation in your head. I don't know why they took it out, but you're only going to kill someone when it
It's a
goes
cooldown
out.
almost. Right.
Animation. It's kind of like a cooldown.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, I don't do it that often, but there's been times where you get like caught reviving someone or about to, and you're like, ah.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
Just chase them with the defibs.
yeah, I'm not that coordinated.
I've been killed by Puppy and his defibs.
Have I? I don't think I've been killed by you. I mean, I haven't really played with you. I've been on your team when I do play over there. So.
Yeah, every time I've played with you, Cobra, you've been on my team. I've
So you
gotten
you probably have defibbed me, but you've revived me. That's the difference.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, then, since we're talking so much Battlefield 4, why don't we just move right on into it? That's gonna be the main topic
Yeah.
tonight. Again, I was supposed to say
Let's
that. I
do
feel
it.
bad. I feel like I let Scott down, Puppy, because he used to do such great introductions. They were so professional, very well done, and I didn't even do an intro. I had notes written down because I wanted to carry on that legacy. He's just looking at me right now. No good. So anyway, let's just start with the. Now I want to be clear. This is not gonna be a Battlefield podcast, or whatever we're calling. I don't know. It just happens to be the big news today. I mean, obviously it's gonna be slanted Battlefield because that's what I play and that's what predominantly all you guys are gonna play. So,
Yep.
but it's not always gonna be, guys, Battlefield. It just happens to be. I mean, I think that's the elephant in the room right now. So, what did you guys think? Clappy, you don't have to answer. We all know they already got your money.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only thing I wanted to know with you is, did you let the trailer end before you pre-ordered, or did you pre-order
No.
after the
Not
trailer?
really.
You
I watched the trailer 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Whole 17 minutes 3 times in a row.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Me too.
Overexcited.
Me too.
I was probably around that because I was afraid. I wanted to. It was one morning I sat over in that chair and I just because I wanted to get my own opinion before I watched other videos, basically. But so all right, we'll just go. Clappy, you might as well go. What do you think?
I generally am overly excited.
Yeah, we've talked about this a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
But
literally blown away. I mean, I'm setting myself up for a fall, to be honest. I'm
That's,
expecting so much.
I feel the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm slightly skeptical, and I'm having this sort of moment where I'm thinking, don't build it up, just be patient and
Not
be
gonna
sort of,
happen.
yeah, so no.
Not
As
gonna
I mean,
happen.
at the moment, I'm counting down the days already. So yeah, I'm probably going to be disappointed, but there we go. My fault.
I'm not gonna lie, Clappy. I shook my head when I heard you pre-ordered it.
When I
When
saw it
when
on Battlelog, I was like,
yeah,
oh
when I went
boy.
and saw it on Battlelog and I saw you already pre-ordered, I was like, "Are you serious already?"
I
And
was
then-
going to watch the video. I hadn't even watched it yet. I mean, it was like 10 a.m. my time or 9 a.m. my time. I'm like, all right, where's this video? I don't want to see it on YouTube. I don't want to see it. I want to see the original because they put it up in a great quality on Battlelog wherever they host
Yeah.
it. And I see right there, it's like Clappy has already pre-ordered this. I'm like, holy fuck! His bank
actually-
already like that was quick.
I had it pre-ordered 2 hours after the reveal.
Did they send you a letter? Did they say thank you? Like,
Thank you.
would you watch the video, please, first, sir?
I'm hoping I'm the first person to pre-order it. One of anyway.
Your serial number is like 0000001.
Yep. Yeah, I hope so.
All right,
That
go
would
ahead,
be
Pup.
awesome.
I'm sorry. You were about to just
I-
pour
I
water on
was-
his parade.
I was gonna say I was at first I was shaking my head and I was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And then you know what? I got to thinking about it. I took a step back before I even said anything, and I was like, "You know what? We're all gonna get this game anyway."
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
So and Clappy's already got his platform picked. Like the only reason that I haven't pre-ordered it yet is because I don't
we're
know
gonna
what
get into that.
platform I'm gonna be
We're
on.
gonna get into that.
Yeah.
Well, somebody had a comment in one of my videos. I think it was my pre-order video. And he was kind of along that cap. He's like, or those lines. He's like, "Who am I kidding? I'm gonna get this anyway. So I'm ordering this now, so that when they hit me up for premium, I'm not buying it all at once." And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I get that. You know, you're not shelling out 100, 110. You're putting out, 60, 70, and you're breaking it up. You install it because you know you're getting it. And that's how I am. I mean, especially with the whole YouTube slant, I'm getting everything they put out. Who am I kidding? I can sit here and make videos being like, I'm buying everything they put out. It's just
Yep.
how it is, But
For
I
sure.
try to like put myself in the shoes of, or like you said, the console guy. I hate where they're putting you guys, but yeah, you got to put yourself as the average guy. But I think, especially if you're still playing Battlefield 3 at this point, you're getting it. It's just,
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
why wouldn't you?
Yeah. I said I think we're all going to be getting it if you especially if you're still playing Battlefield 3 at this point, or even some of the people that have already put Battlefield 3 down. I think they'll still end up getting it, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just the platform issue that
Yeah.
is
Well, then let's talk about it. I mean, I think
that
it's
is massive.
now. I did hear today. I did hear that there's a rumor that the 720 may come out in June. Which
Yeah, I saw that, and when I saw that, I got super excited.
I think it was Pixel Enemy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on Pixel Enemy, and I
We
just
had
got
this talk.
done. I just got done. I'll go ahead and say it. They can hate on me. I just got done ragging on them for doing really bad news articles.
We just had this conversation. That's why I was laughing.
Yeah, so it's like
It's like a rumor of a rumor. There's like not even a source. Or,
Is that June this year?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Wow.
they say. That's what they say.
Why would you release that in the middle of summer? It makes zero sense.
Not only are they talking about the rumor is that they're going to release it in the summer, but they're also going to reveal it in May. I've never heard of them revealing it and
Is there
then
anything in-
one month later
Yeah.
dropping it.
Not enough hype. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is in May? Is it was it E3? It's going to be some big conference. We
I-
just
Yeah,
had
I think
GDC.
E3 innit?
E3, right?
I don't know.
I think they may announce it in May. I think it's coming, right? Don't we kind of know when they're going to announce it? Shows how much I pay attention.
Yeah.
I know the announcement's coming. It's going to come in another month or two, I would imagine.
Didn't Sony announce the PlayStation 4 at their own press event though? Like they didn't announce it at a conference. I believe they called their own press event and announced it, and then they
Really?
took it to a conference. I think Xbox might be following suit with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems
See,
to be a rising trend. I mean, look at what DICE did with Battlefield 4.
Well, why? I wish DICE would have done what PlayStation did, right? I'm getting a little feedback, guys. Puppy, I think it might be on you. Maybe you're this close. I don't know if stream's getting or not, but why didn't they do it like live stream the hell out of that and make it an event and do it. And why's it got to be all cloaks and secrecy and exclusivity? It just drives me crazy. It just
You know what worries me about it is it's all the cloaks and the secrecy and everything. The last time they did this was with Medal of Honor, and we all know how that turned out.
yeah.
Oh, don't. You're going to worry me.
I'm not trying to say that it's gonna be like that, so don't even say.
Yeah,
that
I'm not gonna go there until we start
Be
seeing
back.
multiplayer because there's
But-
just no sense. But
Right.
well, right. I mean, I know. I mean, I think Puppy, you know too. At least one website that got invited out to there and had hands on. You know, obviously paid the whole way and then came back, told everybody in back channels it's terrible, garbage, the maps are trash, and continued to write articles about how great it's gonna be. So. And I lost a lot of respect. I'm not going to name who that is. Please don't, Puppy. I know you probably know, or probably most you can guess.
Of course.
But there's a lot of that going on, guys. So you have to be careful with that. That was my first
Yeah.
real brush with that. Like, wow, really? So yeah, I mean, I could see that. I don't know if that was a really small website. Like, obviously, they're linked to a bigger website, but that as a big YouTuber, you couldn't do that because your credibility would be completely trashed.
I worry that the big YouTubers are doing it, just because of if you watch a lot of the bigger YouTubers that went out there, and you hear what they're saying, a lot of it all
They were
sounds
very attached to the characters.
same. Yeah, they all were saying the same thing, and I'm just like, this is a little weird and coincidental that you all say
Well,
the same thing.
You guys probably saw me on Twitter. Yes, I was in it with a lot of guys. I was acting like a lunatic. I think it was Jericho I was talking with, and he was like, there was no scripts. There was scripts. There was bullet points of what they wanted you to do. I talked to some guy with EA. I don't even know who he is. I have to look it up. He was, because I was spouting nonsense for so long. I guess I got heard. And he said to me, he's like, we asked them to do this on the spot, and act energized, and we gave them certain things we wanted them to say. So, I mean, there was scripts. I mean, there wasn't like a
That
piece
is
of paper
scripts.
where they just read, but it was like, hit on obviously how the character attachment, hit on dynamic weather, hit on, so, I mean, like, do I blame them for doing that? No. This is obviously what they're trying to push. And do I blame the YouTubers? Like, you're there at this event. They just flew you out. They put you in a hotel. Here, dude, do a quick audio clip of this.
I'd do it.
I would have done it. Yeah, I'm not going to say
I would have
not.
done it.
But, I mean, obviously it didn't need to be put up on the Battlefield Facebook, but that was retarded. So I'm not going to hate on either one there. It's all marketing BS.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'll tell you, I don't think this is going away either. I think the multiplayer trailer is going to have that exclusivity. This is a program. This is a premium CPM program. These guys are going to get this. I've heard there's a $10 million budget for this, and I've heard this from
Wow.
guys that have signed NDAs. So I'm not, obviously would never name names anyway. I have a lot of information that is from that NDA that is kind of disturbing. There's a program out there. Go to ronku.ea.com. It's their partner program for premium CPMs, and there's a big budget out there, which is great. I mean, I like hearing that budget is there because they're spending money. I get a little annoyed that they're going to throw $10 million at the COD commentators and they won't pay $60,000 for a patch when USS frags are killing me every day.
Well, something else that I worry about though is throwing $10 million at the ads and how much at the game.
Well, that's a fraction of game, dude.
Still though, I just
A lot on advertising.
10 million is just CPM.
In my opinion.
It's just CPM. That's just YouTube.
Oh, really?
That's what I was
Right.
told. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen any of this stuff, and that's what I'm told. But I've heard it from multiple people and fairly reliable. I don't know where they would have gotten that number from, because that wouldn't be
Yeah.
in an NDA or something. But I've heard it a
Right.
couple
Lot of
times.
cash.
It's
lot of cash.
basically what I heard is it's a pool of premium CPMs that these guys can feed off of until it's gone. It could be a month.
That's-
It could be 6 months. I don't. Who knows? Who knows
That's
what rates
crazy.
they're giving? But that's what I've heard.
That's crazy.
I can't tell you whether it's absolutely true or not, but that's what I've heard. I mean, and you know what? They'll probably get their money back for it. They'll make money off it, but
Oh, I'm sure.
how they do it is different. But and I love hearing them spend that money on YouTube. Why not? It trickles down. It makes. I love seeing people recognize YouTube, frankly, but I hate seeing people misuse YouTube too. So. I mean, I guess my point was I'm not going to really get in that much of a fuss about the game or get worried or get overly excited, as Clappy's saying, until I see some multiplayer. I have to see it. I mean, I have fun with it. Of course, I do the impressions videos. I enjoy the speculation. I'm not view whoring. Look at my channel. I'm not view whoring anybody.
No.
I enjoy the speculation. This is fun to me. This is the fun point. This is like I did a video talking about opening day baseball, or when there's so many possibilities. It could be anything you want it to be right now. So before they piss on me. I figured I'll have a little fun and we'll talk about what I would like to see. Some people get upset with that. I don't really get it. I name all my videos. A lot of other videos, a lot of the other guys do it. I mean, it's getting absurd now. I've seen one guy do 3 impression videos of the trailer. It's like, what, did you forget something the first 2 times? There wasn't really that much there. But, it's just, it's...
We've got nothing but speculate. That's all we can do. We've got so long to wait. I mean, you can't help but not speculate.
No.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I can't anyway.
No.
Although the speculating builds hype, though. I mean,
and that's what I was going to say. The hype is not going to slow down. And they are great at hyping. You say what you want about those trailers and hype. That is their thing. They're great at it.
Yep.
I'm already excited.
Oh, I am too. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I make fun of. I'm picking on Clappy a little bit, but he's no different than I am. I'm just going to wait a little while, but that deal's never going to go away. They're really not going to sweeten it any. So it's just a matter of I like to have my money in my pocket for a little while. 6 months away is a little early, I think. So
I don't
That's
know.
a long
Like I said,
time yet.
dude, I'd even now, like 6 months away, I'd still do it if I knew what platform I was playing it on. Am I gonna have to start saving up so I can build a PC just to play Battlefield?
No, you
4?
do. You should do that anyway.
Well, yeah, I know I should.
I
It's
agree.
easier to defib. It's easier
Though, like if this Xbox comes out and it's actually worthwhile, that's my big thing too. Is it actually needs to be worthwhile? If it looks like a PlayStation 4, then no, forget it. I'm not getting a PlayStation 4. I saw the hardware specs on it. It's terrible. It's like the hardware that was in.
It's a media platform. It's not a gaming platform.
From 2-3 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the Xbox would be very similar to the PS4.
If it is, then yeah, I'll probably just build a PC.
Well, it sure sounds like it's gonna have always on, and for me, that's a deal breaker. I'm done with that until they figure it out how to do it, because they clearly haven't.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's my thing is they need to figure out how to do it because I personally I don't know that I actually have a problem with always on, so long as they do it right
As they're always on, not me that I'm worried about.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That is exactly.
According to whatever that douchebag at EA was, pay your ISP bill. I'm not worried about me and my ISP. I'm worried about you and your servers, douche.
You know what? I actually
You saw
paid
those
close-
tweets, right? I mean, I know, Puppy, you did.
Yeah.
I was actually paying very close attention to that guy's. I was paying attention to his LinkedIn account because I was just waiting for that message to pop up that he was looking for a job.
Well, you see, Microsoft did put out a statement.
Did they? I
They say
missed it.
I mean, it's corporate speak that he does not speak for us. Or this employee does not speak to us. We have not committed on our spec. It was whatever. But they've answered it. Yeah, he's gotten some reprimanded, I think.
Oh,
and,
sure.
He
that
committed
Twitter
career suicide.
Oh yes, he did.
maybe not at Microsoft though. Bomber does this every 6 months. He goes off froths at the mouth. I mean, I don't know how much you guys watch. I don't, but yeah. I mean, he's already pretty high, so sure he's got a good severance if he does. But the always on. Well, I mean, I think I was talking to somebody. I've never done the use games things. Puppy, Clappy, did you do the whole use game thing?
Oh yeah, I did.
So that's gonna go bye-bye. That's
Yeah.
They're both trying to get rid of that. So it might not be at launch, but that's gonna go bye-bye. There's not gonna be any more of that.
You know what's going to interest me with that one is if that goes away, then it is only a matter of time before your GameStops and all these other game stores that your down the street game shops are going to be out of business because that's where they make their money.
That's all they're making right now.
They don't make any money off of just selling you the game. And I mean, they have already got enough competition from like your bigger companies that already sell.
Nobody buys a PC game in a brick and mortar.
Yeah,
Doesn't
exactly.
happen. Doesn't. I mean, console games maybe because you can go get them. You know what I mean? Launch day, you go get it, the Best Buy or wherever so you can have it that minute. Even then, I mean, delivery's getting better with pre-shipping and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, used games GameStop is used games. That's what they are.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And I my thing is if it's console and they start making it to where you have to let those go out of business. How are you going to buy your games? The only way you're going to be able to buy your games, more than likely, like mass production, is going to be like a download system.
Yeah, but that's not bad. That's not all bad for you guys.
No, well, see, here's the thing, though. Is like I see this happening, and I'm calling it now. If they do this, they are going to make it to where they don't give you enough hard drive space to own that many games, and you're going to have to buy hard drive space at a huge premium.
That is a good call.
But see, I don't know about that though, because I mean we have that. I mean I have Steam. I have 50 games. I might only have 5 at a time downloaded though.
Oh,
I
that's a
mean,
good point actually. That you might
as
not
long
be
as you
able. You
have the
could
game. I
uninstall
mean,
or.
I'm just anal about that. I know guys. I have a 256 gigabyte SSD. I could have them on my game system. I just don't.
Every game I
Oh, I
ever own
don't.
is
I
on.
sort of
Right.
install them as I play them.
Right. But I'm kind of retarded. Like I understand that. But I'm saying like because my download's not that bad. So it's. I mean, yeah. If let's say I get on and you Skype me and you're like, hey, let's play this. Ah, shit, not tonight, man. That sucks. I got to download it and then all this.
Yeah.
But I don't really get whimsical like that. It's kind of like, hey, Friday, let's play some Payday. All right, let me make sure I got that down. But I don't see that being hugely a problem. And hard drive space is so cheap right now. So
Well, see, that's the thing. I know it's
you can have a
cheap.
terabyte,
I mean,
I would think,
it's
right?
it's only getting cheaper, but at the same time, because they make the hard drives the way they do, most people don't know that you can use a regular hard drive in your Xbox. They just they
Yeah, why
they
you know
assume
that?
because of the
I
shape.
didn't know that.
Yeah. But like I said, they just assume because of the shape that you have to buy an Xbox hard drive. So they're gonna make bank that way, and like I said, they're not gonna be selling their hard drives at the same price.
Oh no, they don't right now. Because I remember when my first Xbox died months back, somebody gave me a second one. I mean, this thing is. I mean, is it this one? No, I don't know. But it had like is it a 4? No, it was like a 12 gigabyte. Which so now wouldn't even be able to have Battlefield at this point. This was probably before Premium even. This is back when we were doing Nerd Talk, we are doing Alpha Squad and all that. So I was looking for a hard drive, and I was just like, "Are you out of your mind?" I'm not. And plus, it's like, what is it? It's a 50 gigabyte, and then it's like a 700 gigabyte. There was like no in between. I was just like, "I'm not paying this for a 50 gigabyte hard drive. You're out of your gourd." But they got you.
Yeah.
At the time, I didn't know you could use. I hadn't even gotten on really on PC yet, so I didn't know enough. I mean,
See,
now I would do it. I would just do my own an external hard drive. But
maybe it's just living where I live. You learn to look out for that. Like I live in the entertainment city of the United States anyway, where a lot of the places like parks and stuff, they all use the same kind of tactics. They get you in there and then they have you in your grips. It's the same thing with the consoles.
well, they want a closed
Sony's the
system.
same way.
Yeah,
When it's a closed system,
proprietary software. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Then they can make more money off.
But my point is, I mean, the whole download thing, it's not as terrible as a lot of people make it down, because then you'll have Xbox Live sales, which, I mean, to me, that's one of the biggest draws to PC. I mean, Puppy, Clappy, I don't know if you've gone through a Steam sale yet, but put some money aside. It's a lot of fun. Get the wish list, because, I mean, you get great games for dollars. I mean,
Yeah.
and think about it now. Like, Steam has a lot of users. Xbox Live probably has how many more? I mean, so on a scale, they could probably sell things even cheaper if they wanted to. That's the question.
Yeah, it's
Valve's
whether they
just
want
pretty
to.
benevolent. Is that the benevolent? Yeah, benevolent.
Yeah, that's right.
So they're not worried about making the most money they can make. They're making money. They're making ridiculous amounts of money, but I don't see Microsoft necessarily doing that. They're gonna, hey, I can get $60 for this, so I'm gonna charge 55. So.
Right.
So I mean, and to me, that the whole what you pay for games is a reason enough to move over for me. Looking back now, I didn't really realize that because I'm a tunnel vision gamer where I play like 1 or 2 games usually. But now since PC, now I can pick games up. It's like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. I have games I haven't even ever installed.
See, I still play tunnel vision even with PC, and it's not so much that okay, I'll buy the games, sure, I'll have a ton of games, but I'm only going to play one.
Right.
Until it's like,
Till
all right,
burnout.
I'm burnt. Let's go on to something else. Like I can't
I'm the same
play one for a couple hours and then let's go play this game, and then 10 minutes later, nah, let's go. I'm not feeling this one. Let's go play.
That's what I've been doing lately, which is
can't
really
do it,
unusual for me.
Yeah, I'm
I
the same
normally
way.
stick to one game solid, but since Battlefield started to wane that little bit, and I've been searching for something else, and I'm just swapping games like, well, I don't know what. I try all sorts.
Yeah, I've been the same way. Like I'm not like that's what I said. Like I'm a Battlefield 3 player. I'm not much of a gamer. I mean, I was younger, but now it's like I play one game and I want to get as good as I can at it. And then, but even like I just pick up these little side games that I'll play them, even if it just might be a week. But it's like a week of intense play. And then I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then I won't pick that game up. Like that's how it's always been for me with Minecraft. Like Minecraft, I will play the balls off it for like a month. And then I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And Notch, get back to me when we've kind of put enough in where it's a new game again.
Yeah,
I'll
do
come
something
back and I'll put 75 hours in a month. You know, it's like, who do
Uh-oh.
lose? Clappy. Something I said? Are you a Minecraft guy?
I think he just crashed out on us. Dang.
Yeah, that's all right. As long as I don't crash, we're okay.
My stream's not up of yours, so I don't know which way to lean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, to your right, I think. Actually, you're on both. No, go where you were. You're on both. You're even better. There you go. Double
Yeah.
FaceTime. Oh, he's right back.
All right.
Did he
He was
rage?
on in a hurry.
Clappy just rage quit for any flyer. Fire. Wow. I'm on beer 3, guys. This is not good. This is pretty bad.
Yay.
Didn't he just come back?
I heard the noise.
Yeah. He
My
lost
thing
his...
made a noise.
Where have I gone? Yeah. You got booted,
don't see him.
Clappy. I heard enough. But yeah, like I was saying, that's how I am with Minecraft. Like, that's why I started this whole Let's Play. It was all about it, and now it's like, oh, another game. Oh, yeah, it's like
Play something else.
yeah. But then I'll come back, and that's how it's been for like 3 years now with Minecraft, and that's the perfect example game for me.
Have you ever done that with a single player? And like, say you got a game for multiplayer.
I never finished single
and
player
went back
ever.
to single player. No,
Never finished.
Not even-
I don't even
not
know
e-
why I have a Let's Play channel, to be honest, because I'll never finish a Let's Play.
not even for Battlefield 4. You're not going to play that single player.
I'm afraid I'll get too attached to the characters. I'm trying to think. When was the last I finished Bad Company 2 single player? All right,
Okay,
Clappy.
It's my PC's making noise.
I know he's in, he's out, he's in, he's out. I'm almost done, Clappy here.
Am I back?
I need
Am I
a
back?
cigarette.
I could be back.
Did you
Might be
rage
back.
quit? What happened?
I don't know. 1 minute I was just sat here watching, and the next minute I'd vanished.
Yeah. I might just I might just drop the headphones and walk out the door. At this point tonight, I'm done. GG. We're done.
GG no re.
No
Give me my ball
recast.
back, I'm going home.
Oh god.
Yeah, but no, it's so stupid. Like I was making my Let's Play channel, right, and I'm like, this is a fraud because I never finished single player. I'm like, yes.
You know what? All right. I will say this, and it is something that I actually quite admire about Fake Thriller. For those of you guys that are out there
Oh,
that
he's
watch
got a
him,
lot
go
of
check
them.
him out. He's
Yeah,
got a
man.
Let's Play.
Plug him
He
away.
does it.
That's cool.
He's
man.
the only guy I have ever watched who actually finished their Let's Play.
Whether he likes it or not.
I have never seen another YouTuber actually finish a Let's Play. The furthest I'd seen before him was like they'd get 10 episodes deep and then they'd drop it.
Yeah.
And just like, yeah, I'm done.
No, it's true. I can't even. A lot of the Let's Play guys I watch are like Minecraft Let's Play. That's not even the same. It's not.
No,
it's
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 not.
not the same. I'm just bad. Like, and I even like game. We're so off on tangents, but who cares at this point?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be talking about Battlefield 4 for the record. We'll get back to it. But well, we lost Clappy again.
He says he's got no audio.
Well, that's all right. Who wants to hear us anyway? But yeah, like I love Far Cry 3. It was a great game, but I just am
hell
like so tangible. I'm like I can't show this. Like who wants to see this? And I told myself I was gonna stay until the guy had sex. That was my big thing. Like spoiler alert. he bangs whatever her name is, and I was like, wow, I got to see that, and that's gonna make good YouTube. But didn't even get there.
You know where that is?
It's probably not far from where I am, right? I'm pretty sure it's not.
You know what? I can tell you exactly where it is.
I'm trying to
if
remember
you wanna
where I
know, but
was.
It's total spoiler.
I don't care. Yeah.
All right, so
well,
just anybody that's
I don't
watching,
care. Yeah, there you
anybody
go.
that's watching, if you
Hit mute.
don't want to know, hit the mute and count to 5.
I will wave when you can come back with audio. Okay.
that scene is literally at the end of the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is. It is actually, you get a choice at the end of the game to do one of 2 options, and one of those options will have that scene happen. The other one does not.
Oh well, you have to tell me which one makes it happen. But we'll talk about that. Oh, see, I thought it was right. I thought it was like mid game, but it makes.
Nope.
I mean, it makes perfectly good sense. Why wouldn't it be? So, look, the chat's all confused. Me and Puppy are just hanging out.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
What game we were talking about Far Cry 3 for a second.
Yeah. Yeah,
For a minute.
we'll just talk about Let's Play. Let's go back to Battlefield 4 for a minute. Well, we might as well just bullshit until Clappy gets back. Where'd he go? Is he rebooting?
I don't know what he's doing. It says you're offline.
Let's see. I'll invite him then. I just sent an invite, I believe.
You know what? I for the sake of
Clappy, there is 2 Google Plus accounts, remember, so make sure you're looking at the right one.
that
What's up?
Far Cry 3 ending. Yes, indeed, cookies.
They're talking about it. See, I'm gonna have to watch this. See, this is why I need the chat in the thing because I have to go back now and
To
watch
look.
the video and read the chat because I'm not.
To see where it lines up. I got you. You know what though? All right, here's like I said, it's just to keep the conversation going and to bring it back into Battlefield 4 for a little bit, just to help you out here.
This is what this is. It's really gonna be tangible. As long as we're having fun, I have no problem.
Fine. Hell yeah.
I mean, we're
But
on
no,
an hour right now. That's not that bad.
Can somebody
He's come
please
back.
explain to me? Please explain to me
Yeah.
why it is the popular thing to do in video games, period, to release the single player trailer first.
Yeah, welcome back, sir. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I truly believe it's because they can script it. You know, it's a closed environment. I was talking to Polygon about it. I mean, we had some issues. Like was it in my comments of my video or I don't remember this. I'm all over the place. I had a beef with like why would you? My whole thing is the character models. You know, like the support Russian support. They're all exactly the same. And you know, I took an issue with that. Like you couldn't reskin these guys. You know, like.
You know, I saw something about somebody, actually one of the COD YouTubers, I think it was actually saying that they had actually asked about that, and they said that they were just placeholders
That's
right
where I
now,
was
and
going.
that they were being
That's
reskinned.
what I believe it's Polly. He can correct me. I don't know if he's in chat or not. And I've heard that, and I'm hopeful to that. But if you're going to showcase the game, isn't that something you would do? Like,
Yeah, I already have that
this is the
fixed.
big graphical showcase. That's what that video was. It was graphics and skins and. Clappy. He's obviously pre-ordered the game. He doesn't like me being critical. But I just like, why would you not be like, all right, guys, we need some character skins. Let's just do it. But there was holes in it, is what I'm saying, and I think they do. I don't. Well, that's one of the topics here. So let's just. Well, again, now we're gonna wait for Clappy.
You know what? The thing I never understood though is not only just obviously for Battlefield 4 they didn't change the skins, but why the skins that they had to begin with for Battlefield 3? Like, I don't understand. Like, I can understand you want to do something a little different to make the character models look different so that people can recognize at a glance while you're playing the game. But I have never in my life seen trained recon
with the pirate.
sporting a little pirate bandana on his face, and I've never seen that, you know. Or it seems like every guy that carries around an LMG just has to wear glasses from some horrible 50s cop movie.
I'm with you. I don't know.
Why is that?
I'm laughing at Clappy. He just leaves. I bet he's having problems with his webcam. Clappy, if you can hear me, close it all down, webcam, everything, and then join again.
Start
Yeah,
over.
it's you have to have your webcam open before you join, or it's all weird. I remember that from Nerd Talk. But yeah, I don't get it. But I think it's because you know what? Here's the thing. I mean, let's be honest here. If they show multiplayer, right? So let's just say they just dropped multiplayer, and 2 months from now they show single player. Are you gonna watch it? Oh jeez.
I'm sorry. Flames of Hell just said something in the chat, and it is amazing. So we'll catch you guys up. If you can't read the chat, Terrible Zion said the support guy looks fat and that bothers me, and then Flames of Hell chimes in with too much suppression.
Welcome back, Clappy.
I have no idea what is going on. I just keep says my script crash and then this
You're crashing or your webcam's not working?
webcam's fine. I
Okay.
think.
It just
It
keeps
keeps
kicking
coming
you
up saying-
out.
Yeah, it keeps coming up saying the script is crashed, whatever that means.
And you're on Chrome?
Yes.
Well, nothing we can do about it, right?
But plug along.
All right.
Ramel, as far as I know, they have not given us any info about the weapons beyond what you can see in the trailer.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard it's gonna be all the same weapons, but I think that was leaked rumor stuff, so I can't even say.
You know what though? If you look at past Battlefield games, they tend to stick to the same weapons.
Yeah, what are you gonna? I mean, what are you really gonna do? You know, there's really. I mean, everybody thinks there's these thousands of weapons out in the world. There's really not. There's platforms and there's variants.
Yeah, they're all just variants.
But yeah,
I mean,
there's really not that many different.
prime example. Just Google 1911 and tell me how many manufacturers you see.
Well, that's what it is. Manufacturers and yeah, but it's the same gun platform.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a gunhead, but what's going on with Clappy? Tell him to try another browser, maybe. I
Did
don't
he
even
bow
know.
out again?
Yeah, yeah.
I muted the noise so it didn't come through.
Yeah, I guess it's coming through. He's back. But all right, did you hear what I said though? The reason I think that they do that, I mean, let's flip the script and say, let's say they did multiplayer just 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and then 2 months from now they do single player. Would anybody care?
No.
Like, yeah, I mean, if they don't lead with single player, nobody's gonna give a shit.
Yeah,
Nobody's
but
gonna
see,
care.
that's the thing is nobody really cares to begin. Okay, there
I
are
agree.
there are a select few that do, but
I
I mean
know.
they even took the time on Battlelog to put up a poll. What are you most
I
looking
know.
forward to in Battlefield 4?
No, no.
And like it was multiplayer by an overwhelming percentage, and I'm pretty sure the people that put single player
We're
were the
trolling.
trolls.
Well, that's, I mean, one of my God, Clappy. One of my show points is, do they really believe people care that much about single player, or is it just marketing talk? I think it's marketing talk. They have to. I hope.
See, I could, I'd like to think that, but I also like trying to like one of my fun things that I like to do is like, all right, well, they did something that pisses a lot of people off, but how can this make sense from, I don't know, maybe a financial standpoint?
Right.
And to look at it from a financial standpoint, I don't even see really how drop in a single player trailer can do anything for them. Like I
Well,
don't get it.
I'd tell you to get the single player out of the game completely if you want to talk of financials and resources and get rid of it.
Sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's dead weight. I mean, yeah, listen, I'm not trying to piss people off. I know people like it, but if you take that fraction of the, what did they say, 20 million people or 26 million people that have bought this? I mean, how many people have finished that campaign? Out of 26 million, a million, maybe. I mean, nobody gives a
Yeah,
crap. Or make it a DLC if people care that much. Charge them an extra. I don't know. I just
I was
think.
gonna, I had this idea back when Black Ops 2 dropped, and I don't understand why other places haven't dropped onto this, just because they could potentially get more money out of it. Separate it. Like when like I said, the reason I mentioned this before you go hating on me, guys, about Call of Duty and Black Ops 2, I would have just bought Black Ops 2 Zombies. That was the only reason I bought the game. I wanted to play Zombies.
I never understood that.
I don't
either.
understand why they don't do that with other games, though, not just like game modes, but like say like, all right, we're gonna sell a campaign and then we're gonna sell multiplayer. Why not sell them both? Because some people maybe die hard and they may buy them both, and
Right.
you double up on your profits for those people. Other people just want the multiplayer; they don't buy the other disc.
Well, that's what you do. You make the multiplayer $60. So those people are gonna play that. They're hooked like heroin on, And if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be Call of Duty. And then you make the campaign 15. You make it just an extra DLC. It doesn't have to be full price game, but that's $15 more than you would have gotten. And Call of Duty could have done zombies for another 15. But I don't know. I mean, I could certainly see them doing it, and I would have been okay with that because I would have just bought the multiplayer and been like, see you later. But
Yeah.
that's why they don't let you pick and choose DLCs either. That's why DLCs, don't they? They have like one zombie map,
Yeah,
two or
they've been
three
doing
other
that
maps.
too. I was actually kind of looking forward to. I was really hopeful that they would just release like zombie DLCs like they did for Black Ops, the first one. Like they had a couple DLCs that were just zombies. Actually, I think it was
The
just
last one,
but,
I think.
Yeah,
The
but it
last-
was just a zombies DLC, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I was like, oh well, they'll do it again. No, they tied in every
Yeah.
one zombie map for
They
every
learned
DLC. Nah, I ain't doing it.
because nobody bought the last one. I mean, the zombie guys bought it, but by
Yeah.
and large, nobody bought it. The regular guys didn't buy it because I didn't.
No, I never.
I actually ended up getting it for free, but
Aren't you special?
Well, hey,
I know.
So let's just look at the Battlefield 4 topics really quick. Reactions we did. You guys covered reactions, right?
yep.
What do you guys think about the angled sights? Obviously, that's probably like
I like that.
the most innovative feature we saw on the entire show, or no? I mean,
I like
maybe
it.
the calling feature, but we don't know enough about that to really talk about. So,
I hope it affects your running. I hope it gets caught on things.
I get caught on enough things right now, okay? My super soldier gets hung up on everything. It's like I'm carrying an anchor behind me, and it just gets snagged up. I forget, I was playing one of the endgame TDM maps, and I think it was the pipeline. I was just like, holy, gee, I just bunny hop everywhere. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know where I'm getting snagged. I'm getting snagged at everything.
Don't touch the ground.
Basically.
The
Hover.
ground is lava. The ground is lava.
I play that with my kids all the time.
Heck
But,
yeah. But no,
I mean,
the ang-
Yeah, what do you think, guys? I mean, is it gonna be? I don't want to use the word OP, but is it gonna just? Is it gonna
I-
vanilla the game even more? I mean, Like it's
I don't know. I think it might be more of a gimmick. I think people might use it for the first week or so, and then they realise perhaps it's not as practical as they think it is.
well, we
I
don't know.
think
Yeah.
I
Go ahead,
think as far as multiplayer goes, there's going to be some sort of downside to it. Like there
it
may
has to be
be
a
like
trade-off.
some downtime. Like you either have to switch to it, so there's a little bit of time trade-off or something. I can't see it being instant.
Yeah.
Or maybe something
I
else
hope
that
not.
I got. Well, something else I got to thinking of when I was watching the gun thing, and I am no military person. I'm no marksman by any means, not with my eyesight. But I can't imagine that holding your gun sideways makes you shoot better. So I
Right.
imagine maybe you can have a little bit of trade-off with your accuracy.
Maybe the recoil's more.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're holding the weapon at a different angle, so
Sure. You're not going to get the
It's gonna be
same
different,
sturdy
aren't they?
platform. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this in the forums a little bit, and I think that was kind of the thing is that you shouldn't be able to snap to it. I mean, that was my big beef. If I can ADS directly to the irons and then alternate to the ACOG, I mean, hello, I'm going to just run that all the time.
Yeah.
Like you said, or I think at the very least, it has to take away another attachment slot. I mean, it has to. You have to give up
Yeah.
heavy barrel for that, or you got to give something up. You can't just have these two because I mean, I understand ACOGs and these things are not used enough, but I feel like it's because they're they're too they're too clumsy. They're too big. Like the red dot. Nobody uses the red dot because the metal around it is too big. It's just
Yeah.
like if they made that a much thinner, I would use the red dot. The reason I use the Cobra, I don't like the Cobra reticle. I like the Cobra that it's just this nice skinny little piece of metal that I can still see everything. So I think it's faulty in design. Why nobody uses the ACOG. Plus, it's map design. You don't need an ACOG on 75% of the maps.
No, you don't.
There's nothing wrong with the ACOG. You just don't need it, and that's my beef.
Something I'd be interested to see, and this is obviously purely just speculation, as I have absolutely no proof. But I would like to see Battlefield take their attachments a little bit differently. Like this Battlefield 3, as far as I'm aware, was the first time where they had this kind of attachments, these setups with their attachments, which I'm not going to rant too much about their attachments and how they said, oh, so many combinations when some of them are.
I agree.
not.
Right.
Doesn't work.
It's numerical combinations, but it's really not. Yeah.
Yeah. But I would like to see them do follow, and this is probably the only thing I'd like them to follow, but Medal of Honor with their weapon customization. That, to me, now the menu was
I'm glad you
terrible.
brought that up.
The menu was terrible, but the actual weapon customizations, like the options that they gave you, was brilliant.
But let's talk about this. Because you
Not the
obviously did
cameras.
not watch my mailbag.
No, I
Because
haven't
I
watched
talked
it
about
yet.
this. Somebody asked me that if I would like to see Medal of Honor customization brought over to, and I don't really get this. Now I didn't play a lot of Medal of Honor Warfighter, so what made it so? Like I know they had like 200 skins or something, like paint jobs or whatever, but I don't remember what I liked about the attachments is they were real. Like they were the aim points, the Trajecons. I don't even know if I'm saying that
Yeah,
right.
they were real
real.
life attachments and things.
But I don't remember them really being that many more. I mean, it was like 3
It's-
red dots, 2 of this, 2 of that, but
To me, it wasn't so much that it was that there was more. Like that's not
Okay.
what I'm concerned about. To me, it was they gave you various attachments that were unique to specific guns. They weren't all just cut dry, same thing every time.
okay.
But a lot of times, like the attachments had like I don't know, they were a little bit clearer with you. With like, all right, if you put this attachment on there, you gain this
Oh,
benefit,
I like the
but
bars.
you lose
yeah.
this. Yeah, the
yeah,
bars.
yeah. I like Blacklight Retribution. They show you statistical breakdowns of
Yes.
like that. To me, give me that. Why does SimThick have to give me that info? Why can't your game give me that info? I agree with
Right.
that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
100%. Like Blacklight Retribution is the best. They literally give you your muzzle spread 5.6 versus this, and it's like you can sit there and be like, oh, okay, I don't want that. So
Right.
yeah.
I would like to see something like that make it into Battlefield 4.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Like the interface, which is probably the only user interface they got right, because Medal of Honor was bad.
Something I figured that would probably be one of their cheapest ways of actually refreshing the game a little bit and making sure that it's not just Battlefield 3.5.
Right.
Because I feel like, to me personally, as much as it's like, well, you're just talking about attachments, still that's a pretty big game changer.
It's content.
As far as,
It's content.
Yeah, it's content.
That's what again, my mailbag. You might want to check it out.
I like what they did in
I'm
Medal
gonna
of
go
Honor
watch
with the adjustable stocks. I hope they do that sort of thing.
I'm sorry
there's-
for not watching it.
There's so like as a weapons platform, there's so much they could get into. Like you said,
Yeah.
stocks, optics. There's just, I mean, and that's where I hope they go. Like I say in the video that went out today, is Like you're not redoing the gunplay, you're not redoing the engine, you're not. You have theoretically these man hours, let's just say, where you're going to put them, and obviously you're going to refine some of these things, but you're not coding them from the ground up. So let's focus on content. Let's focus on guns, attachments, maps. Let's have modular sidearms. I don't know if that's the right term. You know what I'm saying? Um, I want to see a big leap in content now because you have your engine, you have all this. Clearly, just using it again, it's not Frostbite 3. We all know that. Um, yeah, I think I want to see a big leap in attachments. I want to see a big. They don't even have to change the system for me, but like you said, we have 240 attachments in this game. No, you don't. You have the same 13 attachments on 27 guns.
Yeah.
It's you're just multiplying. I see what you did there. Not an idiot. Like. But it's marketing. I mean, I would do the same thing given the same position. Now, I want to get back to the alternate optics. Now, what do you think?
Okay.
Now, we're talking about ACOG and irons because that's what we saw. But imagine if they had irons in like infrared. Now, like
Oh, I've
or
never
night
thought
vision,
about
or like this is where I see it being trouble. This is where ACOG irons, same family, but camper vision and irons, you kind of that's where I worry.
that.
The
I think
extrapolating
there will be teething problems at the start. To be honest with you, I don't think they
is
can get this
absolutely
right
gonna be
straight away
balance
first
problems.
time. Yeah,
That's every game though. I'm not gonna hate on Dice for that. Every multiplayer we
hopefully
get.
it's in the beta though. Hopefully we find these issues and it all gets sorted in the beta.
No,
Yeah, no,
it's a
It's not
demo.
gonna
It's a
happen.
demo. It's not a beta.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course it is, man.
And then we'll hear about how much the next gens charge for updates for the first 3 months, and
Yeah.
so yeah.
'Cause
I mean, I'm with you, Clappy. I agree. And I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I think we'll see a
Yeah, but that's
patch.
simple.
I think our best hope is to see if there's something bad, is that we'll see a patch before COD releases. Because he's gonna have a two. I believe we might as well talk about that release date that went out, October 29th, right? Isn't that what they said?
Yep.
I
Yep.
think that's pretty darn logical. I think it's pretty. If I had, I mean, you're gonna pick 4 Tuesdays in October, right? I mean, I think we're gonna say October, right? They would
Yep.
surprise us with September, and I don't think it's gonna be November. So we're gonna go with October. There's 4 Tuesdays, so you're 1 and 4. I would pick the last 2 Tuesdays, so I think it's damn close to that. So you got 2 or 3 weeks before COD launches, so I could think we could see an aggressive patch there, but I think they're gonna follow the same template they did beyond that.
Yeah, I think they will be worried with COD coming out not long after it. They will be worried, and they will need to get the game in order, to keep people on it. So I generally believe they will do everything in their everything they can to get the game spot on before COD releases. Whether they can do that or not, it's a different story.
Yeah,
We'll have to
well,
wait and see.
yeah, I mean, they have a weird track
Have
record
they
on that.
break
Right?
it?
Yeah, but again, they're not redoing the engine. They should have a much bigger understanding of the engine this time around, not just from Battlefield 3, but for all the other games that engine has now born. They have racing games, so they have all that idea from just car physics and things like that. So I'm hopeful that they'll be, and someone said somewhere, if it's somebody in the stream, on a comment, that hopefully they have a lot better back end tools at this point. You would think they would have to because now they've invited so many different design teams to come in and work with this engine. You would think, i.e., Battle Recorder 2, things like these. They have just a better tool set. What's that?
Fix it.
Fix what? Battle Recorder?
Yeah.
Fix it. Let's just
Fix
see
it. It exists.
I know it. Obviously, clearly, they've said it exists. But yeah,
Just fix it. Give it make it friendly for us.
But my point, you got to figure they have a developer kit at this point. It's been on 7, 8, 9 games. It's run those games. What do they do with these people? They just interface with your developers every time? No.
I think a lot of it is just because the Frostbite engine itself is still buggy. I think there's still some patching that needs to be done.
I hope there's not as bad at this point. We'll see. I mean, time will tell, obviously. But I'm hopeful that there will be less glaring bugs. And like I said, I just hope they're going to be more. They're more skilled with it now. So if a bug does appear, they'll be like, "Oh, that's in this." Boom. They'll be able to find it, identify it quicker, and then it's just a matter of publishing a fix. So.
I hope so.
That's the optimist in us. I'm just looking at.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back to the consoles. I mean, I think that's the real meat of the issue. I mean, I got a couple. Well, yeah. All right, here, let's do this. Do you guys? Since we touched on it, Clappy touched on it. Do you think the BF4 beta is going to be a beta, or do you think it's just another demo like they did in Battlefield 3? You think we'll
Demo,
see a
I
day
think.
one patch? Is basically what I'm asking.
I
think
think it's a demo.
I I think it is a beta, but I don't think it's a beta in the regards that we conceive a beta to be. It is not a beta in which, I mean, I'm sure they'll take notes and they'll be like, oh, like with the Battlefield 3 beta, there was some like glaring issues, like where
Falling
people
through
were
the
getting
map.
on the map and stuff, and
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, we should probably fix that.
No, no, they didn't fix it. They turned it off.
Yeah, basically, that was their fix.
Yeah. Until what,
But
8 months in or something like
yeah,
that?
but I stop talking to me when I'm trying to talk.
No, I'm gonna say Rusty's right. I think it's gonna be a network stress test. It's basically
Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna
what
be a
that's
network demo. Yeah, I
yeah,
thought that's where you might be going.
yeah, that's exactly where I was taking. It's just a network stress test. See if the servers can handle it.
Which is smart. They should absolutely do that. That's why every game should do that week prior or 2 week prior demo.
Yeah,
But
agreed.
the idea that they're actually able to what was it, Battlefield 3? We played something that was like 6 weeks old, didn't we? It was something really like a version of the game that was quite old, I think, if I remember correctly.
I don't recall.
I think it was at least like a month old version. Like the game had already got gold. We were playing something from like a month previous or something. But it turned out to be pretty darn close, though, didn't it?
Yep.
So I think we're all kind of in unison that it's as far as
They're not
See-
going to be looking at it and going, "All right, give us your advice. What should we do to improve the game?" No, they're not going to be doing that.
yeah.
At
But
at that point, I think the game will already be in boxes and
Yeah, oh,
it'll
yeah.
already be in packaging and already be shipped out. So there's going to be no major changes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you think we'll see a day one patch? Because it would obviously you're not going to get it on the disc. But yeah,
You-
I'm hopeful that they'll have like this is what I'm talking about, where they'll have kind of a I want to use the word CMS, but it's not a CMS where like they could go, oh, okay, they have much more tools at their disposal to, let's say, balance the guns. Say the guns, gun are just integers basically, variables with a skin,
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they would have some kind of interface to them now, available to them, where they don't have to get into the code necessarily. They just go, all right, we can change this value, change that value. And I understand ripple effect, but on guns is really not. If I'm trying to think of launch day, like the UMP, if you remember, beta was just ridiculous. I mean,
Beast.
and I guess that was more a glitch than unbalanced. Wasn't it something with like?
It didn't have drop off.
Is that what it did? I just remember something. So all right, maybe
did
that's not fair, but
There was
Yeah.
no damage drop off.
I just remember using that thing in beta, and I was like, oh my god. He was like, what is going on here? This thing is too good. All right, so then I'm gonna go to the next. Well, let's go back to the consoles. Do you think? Let's just talk about current gen because Clappy, you just changed, and Puppy, you're obviously still there. What do you think the current gens are gonna get?
Ooh.
A
I don't
big-
wanna say
I mean, it's
without
the
offending
dirty
people.
topic, but I get flack for it because I come across as a PC elitist, but I want to talk about it because I feel like those guys need to open their eyes a little bit. And I mean, if you guys disagree with me, feel free, but I think they're getting Battlefield 3 with Battlefield 4 maps.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that, without trying to upset anyone or anything like that. I mean, Battlefield 3 freezes your Xbox. If you play a game that's got anything more than normal tickets, it will freeze your
Really?
Xbox.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
they still
wait.
have issues with the freezing.
So
So
if you
to
go
think
on to like just a
Battlefield 4 is gonna
console
have to be really
24
played
man with say 200% tickets, what you
Yeah, and
once it hits
Maybe on
100%?
Metro as well. I don't know if it's just me, but it
Wow.
always seemed to freeze on Metro.
Wow.
It's
the one that
there's
always
something
freezes.
about the graphics in Metro that it'll freeze, and then there's also issues with Grand Bazaar where they had bad usage of resources and it'll lag if you look in certain directions, which is ridiculous.
See,
yeah.
I have that on PC on the DLCs. Like that sounds like close quarters to me. You're running, you're fine, 150 frames, and I stand next to one pillar, and suddenly I'm 60. It's like
Yeah.
you look around, you're like I'm in like a closet where there's nobody around. What is going on? That chopper just hovered and dropped 27 guys. But
I
it's just
wish
weird.
it was. I wish it was 60 that mine dropped to.
I know,
I mean,
but,
just-
but that's a large drop. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's not that high. I'm boasting, but wow, really. So I mean, I see. I've only played on really crappy Xboxes. Like even the one I played BF3 on was already like 7 years old. So, and then the rehash I got had been red ringed, and it was garbage. So I always assumed it was kind of me. So you're telling me that now how does it freeze? Like when you get to the normal ticket count, it can't go past
I,
that, or it just overheats basically.
I think it overheats.
I,
I'm
I,
no expert.
I don't know about that. I don't have an issue with the high ticket count servers. Where I have an issue is it is on Op Metro where I always tend to have my issues, and it's if you're playing Rush and you get to that last set of MCOMs. If you're down in the street area for some reason, being down in that street area, it will lock up. And I've seen it happen hundreds of times.
Right. So I guess the overall point is that it's already
locks
it's
up.
maxed. I mean,
And this is coming from a guy who has the newest generation Xbox, and it's never red ringed. I've never
I've
had
heard they
any
have
problems with
right.
it. It still happens.
Wow.
But I mean, as far as what we're getting for Battlefield 4, I have coming from a console kid, I'm sure about obviously Battlefield 4 is coming out for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and it's going to be a terrible version, and I feel sorry for anybody that buys it for those.
Well, that's a console
generations.
guy, guys.
Yeah.
It's not me. Don't get mad at me.
That's coming from a console guy.
Who's probably
Yeah,
gonna?
Puppy said what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think coming from me, people brush it off. I'm clearly a PC guy now, so, and I understand. I kind of bring it on myself sometimes, but I don't want to see these guys pre-ordering this game for current gens. Do not pre-order this game.
Don't do it.
I mean, play the demo. Wait until the demo, or beta, whatever you want to call it. Why not? I mean, sure, maybe you'll pay an extra couple bucks, but you're not gonna get burned for $60, $70. And you know what? Maybe you're okay with Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4 maps, but remember that Battlefield 4 maps are going to be optimized for a lot more players now. It's not going to be for 24 players, so I don't know. Buyer beware there, I would say. I don't know.
It is, though. It's leaving the current console guys in limbo, though. I mean,
Yeah,
they've got to look at this, and they've got nowhere to go with this. They either wait for the next gen, which could be God knows what. It could even be next year. There's rumours it could be next year. Or they're going to have to go to
but
PC.
I don't see it. But right, I mean, are you really going to sit on the sidelines for even a month and watch
No, I
YouTube
couldn't.
videos?
I couldn't. I know for a fact I couldn't do
we're
it.
assuming there's no exclusivity too, though, so that could also happen. But
I will not be sitting on the sidelines for even a day. I will not be getting a
I couldn't.
PlayStation 4, even if it is cheaper. I don't care.
see, I've heard the opposite. I've heard a lot of guys saying PS4 over Xbox because of the DRM and the that kind of the used games things. I'm not saying I don't have a horse in this race, but I've heard a lot of Xbox guys even saying that's it, we're going PS4, which I don't even know the specs that much, so I couldn't tell you.
Like I said, I am pure specs. The other stuff, the always on and stuff like that, to me that's kind of background stuff. I mean, maybe it's because I am a little bit spoiled and I do have my internet is always on. I don't worry about that.
You
so
pay
much.
your ISP bills.
I pay my bills. I keep up with my Twitter and I pay my bills. But to me, so I personally I am just going to be looking at the hardware. But if the hardware doesn't show it, no, forget it.
Well, because I think Xbox has had an edge forever because of Xbox Live. I mean, I think I've played PS. That's where I started, and then I begrudgingly moved over to my Xbox because my Xbox was like 8 years old. I was like, I don't want to pay pretty, But my buddies were playing Xbox. Like I was like, wow, this is so much easier to just get with friends and play. I mean, obviously the Xbox Splatoon showed that. You guys started at the same point as PS, but they didn't have. They had no Xbox Live chat, and they had no in-game Battlefield VoIP at the time, so they never took off. Whereas Xbox side, they had Xbox Live chat, and you guys formed great friendships, and you're still. So, I mean, I think that's where the advantage is for Xbox, but I think they're going to give up that advantage in other ways now. So, I mean, we really don't know until we hear anything, but I'm with you. I would go hardware if I was buying, but... I mean, you sit here and you think that Microsoft might have waited because they want to see what PS4 puts out, but can they really change anything at this point?
I think partially. I would be willing to bet that the minute that PlayStation what hardware they were rocking, Microsoft went into action and said, "All right, this is the hardware we're getting."
Double RAM, maybe something like that. But could they really? I mean, they've been negotiating some of these things for a long time, so I don't know if you can just. If they can, they're brilliant. If they can do it, that's great. I mean, that's incredible business. But I don't know.
I
They
think
might have had like a contingency plan, if you know what I mean.
They
They
might
could
have
have had
three
two different.
contracts. Yeah,
Yeah, they could have two or three different specs. And they could say, based on what the PS4 is,
Mhm.
we will then go for whichever one's going to maximize most money we can earn for the least money we can spend,
yeah.
based on
That would be the smart way
competing
to
with
go.
the PS4.
I
Yeah.
think the biggest thing, and probably the biggest advantage, in my opinion, and why I'm still kind of leaning towards Xbox, even though they haven't even called it yet, is just because, simply put, and if you guys want to hate on me because you're already switching over to PS4, I saw DT say he was switching to PS4. If you want to hate on me, go ahead. But simply put, Microsoft has more money to throw at it than Sony does.
Well, that's true.
There's you can't deny that. You
Yeah.
can't deny it.
But you could also make the argument that the PS4 then is more important to Sony than the Xbox is to Microsoft.
Well, more important or not,
I'm just trying to our devil's advocate here.
I'm just saying, even if it is more important, I mean, your little
Yeah, what can you
1992
do?
Honda Civic may be more important to you, but it's still 1992 Honda Civic when I'm, sporting my new, 2011 whatever. I mean, it's if you got more money to throw at it, you're going to be able to get more out of it.
Well, I mean, that definitely comes into play when you figure that how many years was the Xbox a loss generator? Like every Xbox they sold, PS3 might have been the same way. I didn't pay attention, but I know they lost money on every console they sold.
See, that's the fun thing about Microsoft, though, and this is just random fact. They don't care too much about some of the stuff losing money. I don't
Market
know
share.
if you know this.
Yeah.
Random fact. Every copy of Windows that they sell that has Internet Explorer on it, Microsoft has to pay a fine to Netscape to this day because Internet Explorer is free. They don't care. They do it anyway.
Yeah, they want the market share. Right.
Yeah. Which is funny because no one even uses Internet Explorer except for you, Culprit, apparently.
No, I do have it on. I have it on for when I do web design stuff. I have all the browsers, just compatibility. But yeah, that's what I went to. Because you know what? Every time you have a problem with these good browsers and then they don't work for whatever reason, you throw IE and it's like, yeah, I can do that. You're like, well, you can't browse, you can't find your website, but you'll run my webcam on Google Plus, no problem. It's crazy. I'm on Chrome right now, actually, though. I did end up with Chrome. So yeah, I had a point there. I forget what it was, but
I'm
all right.
sorry.
So no, but Puppy, what would you say to your current gen brethren? Would you pre-order anything, let's say before the demo or beta?
No.
Yeah,
Don't do it. I mean, to be quite honest, with any games coming out in the fall, any games at all coming out, with rumors that are going on here lately, any games coming out after June, don't pre-order it. Period.
Yeah.
Wait.
I agree. I don't see. I think it's a shitty position, frankly. I don't necessarily blame EA or DICE. I understand why they want to ship their game when they want to ship it. And I understand Microsoft and Sony where they want to hit holidays and build hype. So I'm not blaming anybody, but that window there of at least a month it sucks. I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit there and wait for, And I had a guy ask again today, do you think there's going to be a 360 and 720 multiplayer combined? I'm like, sorry, dude.
No.
No. I mean, I get it. Your friends are probably getting the 720. You might not be able to. It's never happening. Yeah.
I generally think there'll be a lack of players on Battlefield 4 on 360 and PS3. I don't think there's going to be a load of people playing. It's not. I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried for it, but I don't want to put people off. But I don't know. I think it's worrying for 360 users and PS3.
I think. I mean, anybody more than a casual gamer at this point is now. They're if nothing else, they're saving money to get the next gen. So
Yeah.
you're going to see that the average and above gamer is going to move on. Or I think you're going to get more. There's nothing wrong with that. You're just going to get more casual guys that will kind of stay with the 360. So.
If you're oblivious to it, if you're oblivious to everything else, like what it's like on PC or the next gen consoles, then it's going to be fine on 360. You won't know any different.
Well, yeah. You're playing Rock Band or Dance Party or
Exactly.
you're playing these. You're not going to care. A Battlefield doesn't really lend itself towards a casual gamer. I guess is my point.
No, not at all. Yeah,
There's-
definitely.
And I think another thing too, though, that we all, at least everyone here, has to kind of consider too, is there's a lot of people out there that are hardcore casual, period. They don't keep up with this stuff, and they actually rely on friends like us to tell them what's going on. I don't know.
YouTubers, it's scary. It's kind of scary.
I have friends out there that like I'll be like, hey man, did you see the reveal trailer for this, or did you hear this rumor?
Oh yeah,
And they're like, what? No.
yeah. Did you hear? Yeah, did you hear? No more used games and all that. And no, I didn't hear anything. You won't hear anything about it. They won't announce that policy probably until after. They might even let you use used games for a while, and then they're gonna shut it off. That's what I would do.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
let that factor into your buying decision, and then turn it. Or find a way to flip the switch. So. All right, but we have been about an hour and a half now. We started late, so what I'm gonna do, because this guy's got to get up and use the bathroom, because 4 beers go in, some have to come out. This is actually the the stream question, so we're gonna interact with the chat now because I haven't really paid much attention at all. So I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna move this segment up in the next episodes because it's kind of ridiculous that I made you wait an hour and a half. But we're learning. We're gonna evolve as we go. So I'm gonna get up and use the bathroom. I'll be a couple minutes. You guys, chat. Here's how it's gonna work. Put what do we do in our talk? Was it
It was
pound
at
sign
and then
FF
the
or at? All right.
at
Just
and
put
then
at
the-
FF, and then anything you want to ask directly to these guys, they will answer, and I'll come back and I'll do that as well. Just put the the hashtag or whatever first. It makes it jump out a little easier. It makes it catch the eye. So anything you guys want to ask, fire away. We'll talk about anything. It could be anything we talked about. It could be what color underwear Puppy's wearing tonight.
Any question?
Puppy, I'm gonna lead off with a question.
Okay.
Is your wife under the table?
Not this time. Not this time. Not this time.
All right. I mean, it's the first episode, Puppy. It would have been a really good thing. All right, but go ahead. Talk to the chat for a little while. I'll be right back.
Does this work? Yes, this works. Aardvark. Will you wash your hands? Seriously, these are the questions we're getting, guys. Why? Why the hell did Clappy look like that? Look like what? I didn't see you. What did you look like, Clappy?
I don't know.
And they want to know where your eye patch is.
It's on my one-eyed trouser snake.
I'm sure he can show you, but I don't know how that go on Twitch. May get in trouble for that.
Why does Culprit walk to the bathroom like a girl?
Culprit walks everywhere like a girl. What do you think about what is it? The damage models in Battlefield 4. What do you mean by the damage models, Flames? Please elaborate, sir. Do I sell Mustache Miracle? I do, actually. I do. You don't want to buy it, though. The whole China thing, true. Everyone first thought that the 17-minute video was...
Is Baku not in China then?
I have no
Apparently
idea.
not.
I have no idea where Baku is, but I can confirm that they are going to take place in China. Not only did they mention some Chinese things as far as like their Chinese counterparts or something to that effect in the trailer, but they also the skyline that's in one of the pictures that's going around is most definitely a city in China.
Oh wow.
Like
yeah,
I actually saw
Baku
that.
is in Azerbaijan,
I have no idea where that is.
somewhere in Eastern Europe, I think.
I've never heard of it. How do you grow a mustache like me? Much practice. You must go see a guru on a tall mountain. Spend 40 days with him. Who cares about damage models? Just leave them as is. Should they change it so that the lower RPM weapons do more damage? I don't know about that because I feel like a lot of like the trade-off with the lower RPM weapons is they're supposed to be more accurate, and I think making them do more damage and be more accurate is a little bit too much.
I'm just gonna say egg roll.
E3A3.
Just to let you know, I sat on the potty like a girl too, not just walked. Just saying. I'm glad I missed the gun damage model because I hate that discussion.
I don't know. And even the slow firing ones.
I like the BF3 model.
What they got going on now is pretty decent. They definitely could have done it worse.
Yeah, that's my point. I don't want them to experiment at this point because I have less confidence in them getting it right than I do them getting it more wrong.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it at this point.
Hell yeah.
So we got something good. I saw somebody asking you mustache questions, Puppy, and I can't believe it took almost 2 hours for that.
I know.
No, Aardvark, he's gonna do a a tips and tricks video for a
For
mustache.
growing a mustache. Hell,
If you could do one for a head of hair,
definitely could do
I
some of
would
that.
like, favorite, subscribe. That's for sure. The whole China thing, true. Everything's. Ram, I guess you're talking about the China leaks. It's getting more and more credible. Everything we find out. Let me put it that point.
Yep.
I'm just reading down right now. You guys, I mean, if you see one, go for it. I'm just catching up. Different ammo. Ugh.
Apparently, Ertzi's beard is more epic than Puppy's.
Ooh.
really?
Well, we'll have Ertzi on here at some point. Maybe, yeah. That would be a pretty good episode, actually.
Ertzi, I want to see pictures.
You don't want to see pictures of Ertzi. He's like the Finnish Chuck Norris.
Oh, no.
He's a kickboxer, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, Skype was just passing pictures around. I don't know where you guys were.
I had missed it.
That was awesome.
What the hell? Oh, I was like flames. I couldn't even read that. All right, I'm catching up again at the FFs.
North Korea is crazy. I don't know what to even make of all that.
Yeah, we can talk that. We don't have to be just. I think he's batshit crazy, and I think he doesn't understand what the rest of the world is about. Frankly,
I don't think. Well, I mean, have you?
He grew up a prince basically, and now he's 5, and he's, yeah.
Have you seen any documentaries that people have done or that are going around on TV about North Korea? A lot of this,
Don't really
just
watch
about
TV.
everyone over there has absolutely no
No,
idea.
I think they don't. I don't think they do.
What's going on in the rest of the world?
They don't realize.
I generally think this is North Korea's version of the hold me back routine, if you know what I mean.
You
The
think?
bouncers
Hold me
holding him
back, hold me
back.
back,
Yeah,
hold me back.
so. I think so.
I think it's their way of opening peace talks. I generally, you
Well, it's
don't,
posturing. It's absolutely posturing.
you don't say you're going to attack someone and then tell everyone about it. If you're going to attack someone, you do it without them knowing.
Well, what's going to happen is the U.S., UN is going to go, we don't want war. Nobody really wants war. I don't want. I mean, I'm bloodthirsty. I want to say level the place. Sure. I mean, that's my bravado. But I don't want to see people sent over there to do that. So the cooler heads are going to go, all right, let's talk. Let's settle this out.
Yeah.
It's Saddam Hussein playbook 101. And then as soon as they sit down at the table, this jackwagon's going to go out the back door and be like, see, suck it. You know, they folded. They were afraid of me. And he's going to obviously solidify his hold of that country while the rest of the world laughs at him. It's, like I said, it's I was saying 101. They are not attacking us at all. We are fighting them. We are defeating them. Meanwhile, there's a U.S. soldier behind him. You know, he's got to do it, but it's just retarded. It's just.
It's just crazy.
I
just
worry though.
awful
I'm not
about
gonna lie. I'm scared of it. I'm very, very scared.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
it's the older guy in me.
Dude's
This could
got
get
nukes.
ugly
Why not to
very
be
fast.
scared
Yeah,
of,
this
man?
could get ugly very fast. This
He
guy's
is
clearly
generally a
crazy.
lunatic.
Yes, he's
He,
clearly
he,
crazy.
he is telling everyone in North Korea he played one round of golf and got 11 holes in one. He invented the hamburger.
I saw that.
He was born under a double rainbow and he doesn't defecate. Which I think's awesome.
I mean, you got to look. I mean, he grew up a prince. He's 24 years old and he's in charge. That's bad news there. I just think he's not in touch with reality, and that's
Oh, no.
scary. So,
He's
but let's
lost.
move on from politics.
He's gone.
Ertzi's
Alright.
Ertzi comments, obviously.
I saw, I think it was Cookies. I'm sorry if I misread the name, but somebody said, "Do you want to see Bad Company 2 classes
That's what I'm
in
reading right
Battlefield 4?"
That's
No,
a good question.
I don't. I've actually done a video on this. I felt there was more wrong with the ammo crate with 320s than I think there is with med packs with assault rifle. You know, like that. I mean, that's the gist of it. I think. I think give me an option 3 where they just rebalance everything is where I would go. Neither basically is where I would go. Let's see. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I mean, I like how it is in Battlefield 3, but in the same respects, I can understand why people get slightly concerned about the medic class. It is slightly not overpowered. That's the wrong word. It's just a massive advantage for someone that likes to play the medic.
It's too
you know
useful.
What I mean?
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
overpowered. I would
what?
even say it is kind of overpowered.
You know what?
Yeah.
It may be a little bit overpowered, but I
Right.
mean, you can even take it to other games. You look at any games, and I'm sorry
I
to
agree.
drag it into a different game, but like, say you take it into any RPG.
There's
The
always
biggest
something.
thing, and like, say it's one of those RPGs where you have like multiple people. The biggest thing who's your most valuable party member? The healer guy.
Right.
So I mean, you know that anybody that's able to replenish health is always going to be considered OP and going to be the go-to class. And
It's
I think even switching it though, like that's.
I like that the healer is the OP class because it encourages team play. Like what if it's a sniper was the OP class? Like that's the
Yeah.
alternative. At least the OP part of this is the healing and reviving. It could be a lot worse, like Puppy's saying. I agree.
Do you think they should be allowed to have the assault rifles though? Because I mean, to have like the medikit plus an M16 or an AEK is pretty mental.
Who else are you going to give it to?
Well, I think there should
don't know,
be.
That's what I thought. It is tough to be honest with you. Maybe like the support guy or something. But
No,
then,
see,
then we're going
I
back
didn't
to
like the
Bad Company
LMGs
2.
with medics. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
That's bad company. I hated that. I felt
Yeah.
it just didn't work. You want to give them a carbine, whatever it is. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that, and then make a whole real assaulter class with maybe. We were just talking about this somewhere because we saw the shotgun in the single player, the sidearm shotgun. You want to make
Yeah.
that like a breaching tool, shoots through doors, doesn't do a lot of damage to people, that kind of thing. A breacher, I guess you could call the class, or an assaulter, that kind of thing. Give him the assault rifle, give him a shotgun to blow through doors, these types of things. Give him a fucking chainsaw for all I care, But that real tip of the spear guy, and make the medics have, give them the engineer weapons basically, or I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but you want to dial back their firepower a little bit. I'm okay with that. I'd still play it
Yeah.
too. I'll be honest with you. I love that. I think the med pack and the revive tool are just like the best tools in the game, weapons in the game, you could say.
I could see like, all right, I kind of understand where you're coming from. Where like, all right, we're gonna if you want to kind of handicap the assault class, the medic at all, then you take away his assault rifle. But in my opinion, you're not going to give it to support because support's got the LMGs. You're not going to give it to recon because recon's got the sniper rifle. So who are you going to give the assault rifles to? You're going to give them to the engineers, and that's going to give the engineers the capability to take out people, no problem.
Well, they would be
and
OP.
vehicles.
Yeah.
No, you'd have to make a whole new class. You would have to. You'd have to go with 5 classes. Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's nowhere else to put it. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying what I'm saying. You think I'm just flipping the weapons. Yeah. No, I was saying, yeah. I wouldn't even give him, I would give the medic, like the M4. I'm just trying to think of what weapons are in there. Maybe like the A91, the longer ranged engineer weapons. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the way I would go. I don't know. I would have to really think about it. And if you paid me a salary to sit in my office every day and think about it, I'm sure I could come up with a pretty good system. But yeah, I mean, again, this goes back to the point of, do we want them to change for the sake of changing? And are we more worried about them messing more up or fixing it? I don't know. So I'm okay with if they just did the same classes and moved on to Battlefield. I'd be okay with that. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that
I would,
bad.
but then again, I like playing the assault class, so I don't have an issue.
Yeah, and you're right. Because I remember the day they announced that. Because I hated it in Bad Company. I was like, I don't mind the LMGs with the medic, but I was just like, I have a big LMG and I'm healing and it just didn't fit for
It's
me.
not
It felt
practical.
weird. And then I mean, coupled with the fact I could dump an ammo crate and just sit there with the 320 all day, coupled with the fact that I could get MCOMs by bringing down buildings. I mean, it was dumb. And so then when they announced it, I was like, wait, what? I could have the best weapons, the med kit and revives on one class? I was like, that's what I'm playing. And I think everybody said that. So
Yep.
it needs some balancing. I'm sure there's another way to balance it, though. I hope so. Let's see what else these
I
guys
hope
got.
so.
I feel so lost in chat right now. This is gonna be so. I thought it would be so easy. I thought we were gonna sit here and I could just read chat and banter and.
Your thoughts on burst fire guns jamming
I hate it.
from flames?
Hate it.
You know what though? Like, all right, maybe this is just me, and maybe it's my little bit of experience in Far Cry 2
Drives me nuts.
and yeah, they didn't do that in Far Cry 3. It was just Far Cry 2 that they did it in. But like when somebody says the weapon jam, like I think like Far Cry 2 weapon jam, legitimate. Your gun does not shoot anymore, and you have to clear it before you can shoot.
Well, that's the
again.
thing. It's not a real jam. It's a
It's just
glitch.
I was gonna say, to me, it's more just like a glitched out game mechanic.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. People just call it jamming,
Mm.
but it's not. It's not supposed to do that. I think it's
No,
just
it's not
you're
a
shooting too
deliberate jam.
fast. I think is what happens.
Yeah.
No, because I mean, it happens KH all the time. It happens all the time, and
Yeah,
it's like I'm
it
already
does.
giving up advantage by running this gun, and I feel like if it didn't jam, that gun would be up there. Like people don't respect it, but that gun is ridiculous. It's got great hip fire. It's incredibly
I love it.
accurate. But the reason you can't use it as a top 3, top 5 gun is you can't trust it. you get into these engagements and you're like, what just happened there? Like I shot him. My mouse clicked. What happened? It drives me nuts because I think, Puppy, you're right, because it's clearly not coded in the game. It's a glitch. It's if Dice said, yeah, no, that's what we wanted to do, and even if it happened with some reason, I could accept it a little more. But it definitely it's a glitch. I think it's when you're hitting too fast. It I don't know. It times out or something. But it drives me nuts.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because I think you're giving up enough already. Like you really need that. All right, let's see. Cookies. Oh, are we reading the same guy's comments every time?
No.
Okay,
I've been
because
trying
I haven't been paying attention to who you've been reading.
I've been trying to make sure I grab other.
All right, let's see. Shotgun questions are always good. Do you guys feel BF3 auto shotguns beat the pump action ones? And if so, would you change the shotgun balance of BF4? I would change it. I would remove them all.
I'd remove all shotguns.
That's exactly what let's get rid of them. Honestly, I
You know what? I disagree.
I hope you would, but yeah, go ahead.
I not only just for the sake of conversation, but really, I actually for a while there, I actually had a couple shotguns that were and not the USAS. Don't even look at me like that. But I had a couple shotguns that were my top 5. They were actually the 870 and the Spaz because I like the pumps, and I feel like the pumps will
Spaz is dirty.
They will trump the full autos or whatever you want to call them.
In a competent player, I think they will. Especially,
you just got to know how to aim. The only thing I would do is get rid of slugs.
I was just gonna say that because if
I'm
I'm on a server and I was last night, it was Spaz slugs, and as soon as he killed me with it the second time, I was hovering the quit button. Not because I couldn't do well, but I'm like, I'm just not gonna deal with this. I don't want to deal with this because what do you do to it? What do you do? You can't on these TDM maps. You can't avoid it. And then it's like, this guy's sniping you. And you're like, all right. So then if I run into the building, he's still – it's like, no.
Essentially what it does is – and I don't understand why they thought this was okay. If they would just think about it a little bit differently, essentially what it does is it gives the shotguns the same power as the bolt-action sniper rifles, only a much faster fire rate.
Right. I agree. That's why we get – like I don't have a hate for shotguns. Actually, I like them. But I would remove them just because they clearly cannot balance them. They don't really know what to do with them. I would absolutely get rid of automatic shotguns. There is no reason for them to be in a game. They were terrible in Bad Company 2. I don't know why they brought them over. And we clearly saw the big game-breaking bugs all had to do with some form of shotgun shell. So just get them out. Like do I enjoy them every now and then? But it's usually when I'm jerking around, trolling. Like, would I miss them? No. And I think the game would be a lot better, like long term and in a big picture without shotguns. But every game tries to do them, and it drives. And we're gonna get more. I'm telling you, we're gonna get one as a secondary. And
I hope not.
It's coming, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
I feel it. I feel it in my
too.
bones. My bad knee is acting up. It's definitely just because look at that shotgun in the single player, and why does it have so few shells? It's got 3 shells. It's got 10 in the reserve. That's a secondary, dude. I'm telling you right now. He didn't just pick that up.
It is the 3 shells that gives it away, I think, as well.
He didn't just pick that up off a dead body. That is a secondary. And it's fold down, foregrip, little cuss sawed off. It's a secondary shotgun, I'm telling you. Hope it's toggleable at the server level. That's all I got to say.
What do you think they're going to do about the daggum grenade launcher?
Ooh, that's
Which one? There's about 7 now, apparently.
Yeah, but I mean, like, bringing in the semi-auto grenade launcher, like, how's that going to play out in multiplayer?
This is the disconnect I don't get. I just don't.
What about if it's a primary weapon?
It's
great, so let's encourage them to run that as a primary.
Yeah, I don't even think that'd be good as a primary.
I guess that's a little more of a trade-off, sure, but
you're still running around with a semi-auto, for all intents and purposes, RPG shotgun. If you know how to aim.
It's a shotgun with frags, basically, is what it is.
It is the new USAS.
Yeah. This is what I worry about. It's just this disconnect that they have. Maybe I'm in a little niche. Maybe we're just a niche community, and we don't realize it, and we think we're the mainstream of Battlefield players, and they just don't hear us. Because why do we need another grenade launcher?
I think part of why they threw it in there, and I'm really hopeful for this. I did play the actual Battlefield 3 single player all the way through. And there was actually a moment in there where it doesn't actually say that you pick it up, but there is a moment in there where you are using a semi-auto sniper rifle that is one-shotting vehicles. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it is a 50 cal
Right. I know
sniper
what you're saying.
rifle.
I think I actually know what you're talking about.
And
Uh,
I'm hoping that that's all it is
I
they
know.
do the same thing. And
I'm with you on that.
it's in the single player, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm hopeful, man. Because it's just, like I said, like I got upset with the 1911 or the S-Tac. Just on paper, I was like, "This thing's what? Why are you giving this? This doesn't make any sense." Turns out it's much ado about nothing. Just like the crossbows and these things that I was really worried about. But it's just like when you hear about these things, you're like, you just don't get it. You don't see where the problems are. You don't like why are you focusing on another grenade launcher? Focus on balancing the weapons, like the ones we have, and that's what drives me nuts. It just drives me nuts. We really need a 6-shot revolving grenade launcher.
There
It's,
is worries there, aren't there? That's the thing. They've done this trailer, and we've all got excited, but there is still so many worries in the back of our mind,
Oh
which is
yeah.
what you expect from DICE and EA, though, to be honest.
Oh, I'm not ruling out kill streaks yet. I'm not ruling it out, man.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh,
Oh, did I just open a can of something?
you
I
know,
hope not.
I,
Well, stream. What do you think, chat? Let's
Kill
just get a quick poll. Do you think we kill? I mean, I know it's a not a big chance, but let's just hear it. What do we got? 17 guys left. How many of you think we're gonna get a kill streak of some fashion, a reward streak? We'll call it whatever. And how many don't think we will? So let's just see what that rolls in while you guys talk, because
what if? And this is
I think we
speculation.
talked about this on Twitter, puppy.
And I really don't think that Dice has the creativity to go after something like this. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to call myself better than them, but I'm better than them. Um, what if they had a point streak system where you had to actually get points
Home front.
in order to use those things that make the classes overpowered?
That's what I
If
think.
you had to get a point streak to throw out your medikit or your ammo bag or
To
repair
spot.
a vehicle?
That's a good subject.
I don't think we're
actually.
going to see a COD kill streak. Let's just say that. I don't think that's going to happen. As much as we know they want to romance them, I think it's going to, if anything, it's going to be more towards a home front where, like you said, you can buy another med kit, you can buy this, you can buy that. Oh, man, I don't know. Here's where I stand on all this. Leave Battlefield alone. You're
Yeah.
clearly going to make another game that you're going to try to sell to me as a Battlefield player. Experiment with that thing. Leave Battlefield alone. Keep it pure. Keep it. I don't. I'm a pretty progressive Battlefield player. Like I like the bazaars. I'm okay with Metro. I like Sen. I like these. I don't like Caspian. I don't like Firestorm. I don't like Armored Kill. So
This is coming from the PC player guys, by the way.
that's what I'm saying. People would tell me go back and play COD, noob. But I'm just saying leave Battlefield how it is. It's got the structure. It works. But if you told me that Respawn, or maybe they're going to bring in Bad Company 3 and they're going to do things like this, I'd be all about it. Let's experiment the hell. Let's go crazy, but don't do it with my Battlefield. Not Battlefield 4, because I need it to be good. I need it. So that's where my line is.
I don't know. I'd like to see them be a little bit adventurous, but I do want them to, obviously it's a very, very fine line that they're going to be walking. And I am, without a shadow of a doubt, we know that there's going to be stuff in there that we don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You can't get around it. It's going to happen.
Well, that's why I want toggleable admins. That's my big thing.
That's something that they should really pick up from, and it's not so much Call of Duty. Actually, in my opinion, it's actually Halo that started it, and I wish that Call of Duty had picked it up a little bit sooner. Now I wish Battlefield would pick it up. Is give the players the ability to really get down and customize their games.
Right, you're not going to let us mod it. At least let us, checkbox rule sets. That's the
Yeah.
least you can do. I'm paying $45 a month on a 32-man server. The least I should be able to do is play the Battlefield I want to play.
Right.
Agreed.
I don't know.
Pick
We'll see.
vehicles, certain vehicles, that sort of thing.
Yeah, pick the vehicles that are there.
Here's
I've
a
seen-
revolutionary idea. Let's have squad deathmatch that only lets 4 guys in a squad. That would be pretty crazy, wouldn't
See,
it?
that's the best thing about console is squad deathmatch actually generally works on
It does on
console.
PC, but it has to be 16 man. You have to limit your server. Once you go over 16 man, it just breaks it. Or here's
So
what
I
about
didn't
squad
know this on
deathmatch with no
PC.
vehicles?
See,
That would
that's
be a-
why have they put vehicles in it? That for me,
These are just the little
first,
things.
the first team to get in the vehicle wins. That's how squad
For the
deathmatch
most
works,
part.
more or less.
Yeah,
more or less.
it's just it's kind of it's. I could do another 2 hours on these, but it's just right. I mean, just the controls are clearly there. The parameters for them are there. Just publish them. Uh, It's just it's crazy to me. Some things, and it's like you could do infantry only squad deathmatch, but then something about it like doesn't show up on the battle log, explore or
Yep.
browser searchers. It's just dumb from the top to bottom. It's just me. I'm a big squad deathmatch fan. I love squad deathmatch, but it's incredibly broken.
I like the idea and principle. I think it should work. It's just they've
It was my
broke
favorite
it and
mode.
not bothered
I
fixing
don't know
it.
about favorite mode in Bad Company 2, but I played a lot of it in Bad Company 2.
Squad deathmatch is so broken. I don't know that squad
So
deathmatch.
broken. Oh, on PC, puppy, you don't even know. It's
I haven't
so
played
bad.
it.
Oh god,
Like
it's
on
so
PC,
bad.
you can have up to 10 people in a squad.
Oh no! You can have 60 people in a squad if you put a 64-man squad
Yeah,
deathmatch
it's-
server. You could have 60 people in one squad.
What's the point?
Go watch. Is it Rival? Is it X Factor? Level Cap? One of those guys put a
Level
squad
Cap
up,
did it. Yeah.
and literally, I mean, imagine these guys. This is Level Cap and X Factor. They join a server. Well, all right. Instantly, within 3 minutes, 400 people try to join a server. There's like 25 people in their squad, and they're shooting at 8 people. And we see that. We've done it. Just us, and it's just like it's ridiculous. It's unfortunate
Yeah.
that today, 18 months later, they still haven't fixed that. It's crazy. Yeah, Level Cap did one. So yeah, I don't know. I just threw that out there because to me, it's just such a server little click, good, done. I don't know what their hang up is on the server settings though. I don't understand that.
I
Is it
honestly
pride?
don't
Is
think,
it pride?
I think they just don't trust us with it. They think that
But like,
because like look at it this way though, like on consoles, like it became very apparent when the rent a server came around. When you give certain groups of individuals the rights to control things, they get a little out of hand. And right
oh
now,
yeah,
finding a normal ticket count anything on console
you can
is
server. There isn't any on PC.
uh,
There's no vanilla servers. Like there's no dice owned servers on PC at all.
No, so
Not a one. As far as I understand, not a one. Like, at least you guys have like maybe 13. We have none. It's all private owned servers. It's ridiculous.
like,
Yeah, it's try to find yourself like a 75 ticket rush server. Good luck.
yeah, try and find the TDM server that isn't
Isn't
an
gonna.
elf.
with on PC though, like 75 ticket rush, like to me that's really only appropriate when it's 12v12. If you guys up the player count, then I can see why not up the.
Yeah, but the
ticket
maps
count.
aren't really. Yeah, I mean you're probably like you can get away with it. I mean, but I don't know why people mess with Rush. But I mean, like he said, try to find a nice rotational TDM server that's maybe like 150 tickets. No, it's crazy. It's.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like, the funny part is these servers are populated. That's the real kick in the teeth. You sit here and you're like, what? And you look, you're like, there's a 4-man
Yeah.
waiting list. You're like, what the fuck? You're like, I'm clearly crazy. Like, I don't understand what I'm talking about. But
I am guilty of joining my fair share of max ticket team death matches, but that's it. And on occasion, I will join Conquest if I have a lot of friends that I'm rolling
See,
with, and I know that we're just gonna stomp a mud hole in somebody, and I just want to.
I can't do it because I hate that quit percentage. It drives me crazy. So I'm like, and I don't get a lot of big blocks of time to play. So I'd rather play 6 or 7 match. Like I don't like the short TDM matches, like 100 tickets. That doesn't work either. But it's just funny. Like the servers are, it's just, like that was what they did wrong. They basically they should have kept some core servers, which we see some on PC. I don't know if Clappy, there's what is it, Pure Battlefield? That's Reddit guys doing that, and
Yeah.
there was kind of an upswing back of that, which is great. Those servers are mobbed, but there's just not enough of them. So, but
Right.
you're right, Puppy. I mean, I think honestly, if I had to look back on all of Battlefield 3, and let's just give Dice a break a second and say what was one of the worst things that happened for the game, it was privatized servers. And like I said, it was.
Yeah.
I think we again talked about this on Twitter. It was not just the privatization of servers; it was the removal of standard servers. It's private servers are fine as long as I can always be like, nah, let's click just Dice servers and let me just look over there today.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
when they take those away, and I was on like, really, 475 ticket rush? Like what? Okay, I'm gonna take a loss there at some point,
Yeah.
Which is it's just like,
I know
whoa.
it sounds bad, but it's giving children admin rights that almost destroyed the game in my opinion.
Oh, that is exactly what did it on console, man. Because
Mm.
it made it to where, like, on PC, you actually got to go roundabouts and, bust out a credit card and whatnot to go rent a server, whereas
Well,
on
isn't it an 18 or 17 plus game anyway? Isn't whatever the rating is?
I think it might be.
how
It's
often,
gotta be. Doesn't with the knife animation in the throat? It's gotta
uh,
be.
how often is that
I,
actually?
I know. I'm just saying. It's just. Flames is. I'm gonna read. I mean, it goes hand in hand with. I mean, one of my biggest beefs, and this is where I realize that I'm not the average Battlefield player. Is he's talking about your opinion on instant vehicle respawn, and one of my things is
Hate
like,
it.
if I could get a populated server. Now we've had a lot of 008 servers, but they're never populated unless we're actively playing on them. I want to turn the vehicle respawn out to like 500%. Because like my opinion is it makes the vehicle that much more valuable. So even if you're a tanker, sure it sucks because maybe you can't get in a tank when your tank is dead, but it makes you that much more important on the battlefield. In my opinion, I'm not a vehicle guy, but or let's go to jets or choppers. Same thing. Like if that chopper only comes around every 10 minutes, wouldn't that chopper pilot be even more valuable? Like
Oh hell yeah.
that's my opinion, and but yet we see instant vehicle respawn everywhere.
I don't understand the point in instant vehicle respawn.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
It
On
defeats the
Endgame,
object.
especially, it's just like, what am I doing? It's just chopper after chopper, literally crashing
Yeah,
into me and killing me, and he's just spawning again and going. It's
yeah, that was silly.
Glad I don't got to worry about that.
Yeah, so
Oh, you guys
actually
don't have
get
that on console?
No.
oh, that's not one of the things you have.
No,
Oh, God bless
they
you.
don't even get to change that.
Where can I pre-order an Xbox? See, it's like imagine Endgame capture the flag with instant vehicle respawn.
Yeah,
Just
it's
a
horrendous.
clusterfuck it is. It's literally helicopters don't even have to shoot you. They could just crash into you, roadkill. They got another one in 3 seconds. It's
You
crazy.
know what the thing I had a hard time trying to picture, and I still don't know how you guys do it, is 64-man capture the flag.
Well, you
Like,
don't.
seriously,
You
with
don't.
32 people on your team?
I haven't
How-
played that. I'm just saying.
Capture the flag, I honestly think works best with 12 people,
I
12
would
to
say-
24.
I think even less than that, personally.
Small
I-
amounts. I've played the large servers, and you can't even get near the flag, let alone like return it.
By and large, I think 64-man is overrated. I think in
Yeah.
Battlefield 3, I'm hopeful that Battlefield 4 now with next gen, and it hasn't been confirmed, but I think we're going to get at least. You at least better get 32 man. I think you might get 42, maybe 48, which is fine. I'm hoping
I
the
like
maps will
48.
now. Yeah, that's my sweet spot's 32 to 48.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that, next gen will get in that range, so that now maps will be optimized up into that level. But
yeah.
I'm trying to think of like maps that work at a 64-man level, and there's really none. Like you would
No.
think a Caspian or a Firestorm, or even like back to Carcan maps would work, but they really don't, because you get bullshit mixed in like instant vehicle respawn. You get all this other crud, and it's just like it ruins it.
64 man. It's when you play on console, you look for you want to play the 64 man servers.
Right.
That's what you think. That's what I wanted to do anyway. And then when you get into it, you just realise like,
Not
wow,
all it's cut
this
out to
is-
be.
No, this isn't what I thought it would be.
No, and then, like I say that I do that as a PC guy, being like, guys, chill out. It's 64 is not like, if I've played, let's just say 1,000 matches,
Mm.
50 of them have been 64 man. I just don't do it. It's just not worth it. It just ups the chances of running into more douchebags is really what it comes down to. Because
Exactly. Yeah.
if you play a 48 man server, you could get a good 24v24. It feel like sometimes when they up it to 64, those extra players are just snipers. That's all they do. They just go, all right, you're a recon. You can come in. You can come in. It's just that's all it is. It's just like you're like, wow, this is great.
I've not always been a console player, and having played 64-man servers back in 2142, I can say that I did enjoy them, and I think it really just comes down to the map. Like, I think with a lot of the more popular maps, like with the Bazaar and the Metro and these tighter urban maps, no, I don't think you can do 64-man. But I recall very specifically, just every map that I can think of went absolutely fine with 64 players on 2142, because not only were
This
they
is where he
all-
mentions Titan mode, guys.
No, I wasn't gonna touch it. I wasn't gonna touch it.
You have to. The show's almost over. You haven't done it yet.
Titan mode. There you go. You got it.
Go
But
ahead.
no, not only were the maps, I mean, they were very obviously they were conquest large maps. There was not very many small maps. There was not very many urban maps. I think we had 2 urban
Right.
maps, but they were all what's the word for it? They weren't linear. They were the opposite of that. They were very round, I guess is the best way to put it. Like you couldn't like there was no A flag and then B flag and then C flag and everyone fought over the B flag. It was all very round shaped, so that there was
Right.
always like a way to go to get around, to get a flank. There was always a way
Yeah.
around other people.
Which to their credit, they did more of an end game. It's more, it's more. It's not linear. I guess is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I think the higher player counts can do better as long as your map's not linear.
Well, I think I wish I would have played PC on Bad Company too, because I think there's certainly maps there that would have worked pretty good. I never experienced them. I don't know, stream, if you did, you could tell me better. But I mean, I think clearly Battlefield 3 was. I think they were they were like stuck. Like I think they started developing for PC, and then at some point they switched to console. So now they're like, do we go 24 man or do we go 32-48? Like, I don't think they knew where they were going, and that was one of the big problems is we have these maps that clearly don't work on console, Armored Kill, but even Caspian and Firestorm and the like, and then you have other maps that don't work on PC, higher numbers, and I guess that's kind of the parameters they were given as a designer. You have to make for this platform and that platform and that platform to kind of give them a break, but that's why I'm hoping now with the next gen. I mean, you could say like the next gen specs are already going to be behind PC. That's here nor there. But it will close the gap as far as because we know the 64 cap is going to stay. The ceiling is going to stay. So
Yeah.
at least the floor. And again, guys, I'm sorry. I'm completely disregarding the current gens because I don't think they apply here, honestly. So the floor is getting closer to the ceiling. So at least I don't think there's going to be that big of a divide because I mean I don't see how the current gens are going to change. So that's where my worry is. But for us, that I mean, and maybe Puppy, you'll go to 720, maybe you'll go to PS4, I don't know, or maybe you'll come to PC. Please embrace it. But for those of us that are playing on those platforms, I think the overall experience will be much better
Yeah.
as far as a balance wise.
Couldn't agree more.
That's what I'm hoping. Their palette is much smaller. They're what they're designing for is much more targeted. So I guess let's talk about. I mean, we do have to wrap up at some point. Because Puppy, I think, has to get up probably about like a half an hour. You might as well just start making breakfast and really come out a winner.
Yeah.
What do you think? I think, was it Puppy? Did you ask this before we had the technical problems? What do you think we're going to get? Like urban maps? You think we're going to get wide open maps?
Well, that article that came out on what was April 1st, and we were getting
The about single player, they're going to limit the maps and all that. That was good. That was probably the best April Fool's troll I saw. Credit to MP First and Mr. Vizalica. That was pretty good.
To be honest, I think we will be getting more urban maps. That's not to say that they're going to oust the
No, I don't think
the bigger maps to begin with, because as much as like I prefer the urban maps, but if you look at like they did their analytics when they created the playlist for the on consoles. I know you guys on PC don't have it, but there's
I remember
actually
reading this. Yep.
there's a playlist for most popular maps.
Mhm.
And some of those maps include Caspian Border Conquest and, what was the other one? The Operation Firestorm Conquest, which in my opinion are terrible maps.
Yeah,
But-
I agree.
Obviously, they're popular for a reason. So,
Well, Flames asked, and I saw Polly redo it. So let's make it almost a multiple choice for you guys. What DLC of Battlefield 3 would you like to see Battlefield 4 modeled after? I mean, for me, it's boom. I know exactly right away.
same here. Aftermath.
Mhm.
all
Yeah.
day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the same
Exactly.
theme, but the same design style.
Same
And
design.
number 2 would be, I think we're all gonna. If you're saying Aftermath, you're gonna go with me on number 2.
Parkhand.
B2K?
Yeah, that's so. There you go. I mean, there's
Okay.
3 guys. I guess we do kind of play similar, I guess. But I was gonna
See,
say, 3.
Those the B2K maps in particular,
Yeah.
they cater to the vehicle guys as well.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
they did.
Carcan is very Aftermath life, like because it's urban with vehicles in buildings. It's kind of easy as an infantry guy to take out the vehicles. Oman, Sharky's kind of the same way as a Carcan, but And Wake, I don't even acknowledge because I don't know what the love fest with Wake Island is. I can't
I
stand
hate
it.
it.
I can't
It
stand it.
was a lot more fun in
When you
1943.
were shooting bolt action rifles, maybe.
Or was it 1943 or 1942? Whichever
Yeah,
one that was.
I get the nostalgia. I think it's I think it's terrible. I think it might be the worst map in Battlefield 3. I'm trying to think right
It
now.
is my least favorite map.
It's definitely my least favorite.
Mm.
And I think it gets a bad rap because so many people love it. You're just like, what? But
Yeah,
of the other three, the other three are top 10 of mine.
I just to throw it out there, I think the worst map is Bendar Desert, the one that they toted on so much.
Yeah, well, the biggest map in history and all that garbage. Yeah,
is awful.
yeah, even TDM is bad on that map.
I
I'm trying to think of something I like. Usually, there's a map, there's some mode I like on it. That
you know
map, no.
I
You might be right. I might go Bandar. I might go with you there.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I get jealous of watching you guys play Arma, I decide to go play Bendar Desert.
Yeah, I could see that actually. Like, at least on Wake, I don't dislike TDM. It's kind of monotonous. It's a big.
And Rush is quite good on Wake Island as well.
No, I don't like it at all.
No.
Because it's like you have to go down this yellow brick road, and it's. Hello, sniper. How are you? You have a rock. I don't.
Minus just personal, throwing out my opinion. Minus endgame, I think Rush has been good on every map. I have not hated it on a single map.
See, I've been overall let down by Rush in Battlefield 3. I mean, because I think Bad Company 2 it was all Rush all the time. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I've been let down, but I'm a Rush guy. I love that game mode. I love the battle lines, but I hope they focus more on Rush in Battlefield 4. Yeah, Rush on Endgame is bad. Have you tried on Endgame, puppy?
I have tried it on endgame, and I almost lost another controller.
It's like that. It's like if you can get out of the first MCOMs as the attackers, you're okay. But God, some of those. I mean, what's the one? Flats, right? The desert one. Wow,
Okay.
they're asking me if I'm still here. Clearly, I'm entertaining. Yeah, that first MCOM as an attacker on Nabadan Flats is just gotta be the worst piece of design I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's, I
That
mean,
DLC was just stuck together in 10 minutes.
but I mean,
What it
you're
feels
in a
like.
wide open thing. You have no cover at all, and you're assaulting a town basically. It's like, well done. Really, want to give him another tank? Maybe.
Stand up and approach. You have no cover.
I mean, and I use smoke, and it's like, what do you smoke a helicopter? Like, what do you do? I don't get it. It's tough. The Ertzi says depends on my armor. I don't know if he's talking. There's probably a delay, so he's not talking about this necessarily. But yeah, if you're driving my tank, I tend to do a little better. Well, I mean, Ram's talking about what about Rush capture strategic point like a missile battery or airfield. I mean, we see a little bit of that now, and I think that leads to Puppy's. Do you want to talk about Titan mode now, Puppy?
I can talk about time mode now, Ram.
I'm putting it on a tee for you, sir.
You did, sir, and I will take the swing. To me, like I said, I've touted on this time and time again, and if you guys have heard it, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do it again. The one thing that I like about Titan mode from Battlefield 2142, it wasn't the fact that it was set in the future or anything like that. It was the evolving game mode. And if you've never played Titan mode, basically what it was the first half of the match was like Conquest, where you had to go around, but rather than capture a flag, you captured a missile silo. And the missile silo launched missiles at the bad guy's gigantic spaceship until eventually the shields went down. And if the shields went down, you could either continue to capture these missile silos and shoot missiles off at the bad guy Titan, or you could board the Titan and try to blow it up from inside, which gave you the rush combat because you had to arm things and blow stuff out that way. I'm not saying we need a Titan mode for Battlefield 4, but I would like to see something similar. Like, say, let us shoot missiles at aircraft carriers, and then once it's weak enough, we get reinforcements. Now let us go, take our little boats over and board the aircraft carrier and try and blow it up. I think that would be cool.
Puppy, the chat is basically giving your monologue before you give it.
I bet they would.
It's awesome. It's just, I mean, I'm with you. I've never played a Titan mode in my life. But
No, I
hanging out
haven't.
with you and doing all these, I want it. Sounds perfect to me. But I'm
It's
reading the
awesome.
chat, and literally Cookies is like Titan mode and BF4 with aircraft carriers. Your next sentence was, I think it would work with aircraft carriers.
I was not looking. I swear, I was not
These
looking.
gentlemen clear. No, there's a buffer. There's a 5 6 second buffer, so they're clearly way ahead of you. So
Yeah, they
yeah,
know. They
they
know.
know your spiel, sir.
Yes,
But I mean,
I've
I'm
said
in
it a
full
few times.
agreement. I wouldn't set you up like that if I didn't agree with you. I would love, and I think it fits. Like Cookies is saying, aircraft carriers. I think it's naval warfare now. Here we go. Like, yeah, bring it. Let's do it. I'm all for
Oh
it.
yeah.
I mean, I want a lot of different game modes. I think that's another content way they need to really come
Yeah.
out. But we'll see. I don't know. So. But guys, I think we're hitting about the 2 hour mark, and that says a lot. I gotta piss again, so
6 a.m.
I think we can call it. Yeah, for
yeah.
Clappy's sake, let's
Yeah,
call
for
it.
Clappy's sake, I think we're good. Again, guys, yo, listen, seriously, I can't see who you guys are because it won't load, but there's still 16 guys, I guess. Thank you so much, guys, for coming out. That's awesome. I always get a lot of support, I gotta say, so that's incredible. Sorry so much for the delay. Out of our hands. We will evolve. I am a woman, Aardvark. Thank you. I am actually. I'm pretty bad. Once I break that seal, it is bad, sir. Uh, yeah, but thank you so much. I apologize. We were like what 45 minutes late. It was pretty bad, but out of our hands. And but at least it seems like Twitch came through. I didn't notice much problems with the chat. They must have heard my tweets. uh, but yeah, and Clappy and Puppy, thank you so much for coming out. I had a good time. This is exactly the
Thank you
feel I
for having
wanted.
me.
I felt like the last couple weeks I had streamed. I just started streaming and I was playing Battlefield and I'm here and all you guys are here and I'm like I want to be here. I want to be in chat and I'm playing a game, but I feel like I'm missing out on the fun. So that's kind of why I want to go this format. It's an excuse for us to hang out and have a good time. And it's probably going to be a 008 circle jerk, but I'm okay with that. You're a great group of guys, and I like hanging out with you guys. So I just clearly need to get a bigger cooler and a shorter run to the bathroom. But but yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you coming out. If you guys want to say anything last thing to the guys, I go for it. I'm not in any rush.
That's
But
all
yeah,
right.
we'll
I'm
definitely
good, man. Thanks for having me.
and for those in there, I mean, we're gonna rotate guys, but I mean, you guys know you'll be welcome back anytime. I'm gonna try to kind of fit the guests to the topics, and it's not necessarily gonna be every week. I'm gonna aim for every week, but life gets in the way, unfortunately. And when there's big news, we'll do one, and we'll talk about it, and we'll have fun. So we'll get better. We'll shorten this up. We'll streamline it. We'll make it more efficient, and I will kind of be able to look at chat a little more. I was pretty focused on the beard here. And but yeah, I'm gonna sign out, guys. So thanks a lot for coming out. I really do appreciate it. For those of you that maybe came late or might have left early, or whatever, this will go up on YouTube on the Company 008 channel, probably by Sunday, I would say. So more North Korea talk. You come for your politics, huh, Leave? But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a good weekend.